Hello one, hello all. Welcome to the new CPU improved Azure stream. Good lord, I'm glad to be back. Okay, first of all, rude. That was not polite. That was not very polite. So since the absolute disaster that occurred last Sunday, I have been tinkering a lot with OBS to try and get it to cool its shit, really. Get her to try and, like, make peace with the world. It's been a concern of mine that she isn't able to. Thank you, Sparky. TLDR, I have fixed many things. However, today is not a day for game streaming because it's Tuesday and I don't stream on Tuesdays. Gojira, welcome to what is about to be a disaster. So what are we doing this Tuesday, you may be asking, this day of no video games? We will be doing a segment advertised as just chatting, and it will just be a lot of my voice narrating to you all. However, there is more to this. There's more to what you're about to see. Things beyond your wildest comprehension. Things you are not ready to see. Things that I don't know if you will comprehend. However, it's better to just cut the crap and get straight into it. Welcome all. To the Komaeda Drag Race Simulator. Hello, Kaus, welcome. So, on today's episode of By Azure Streams... Can't keep a fucking straight face. How do I keep a fucking straight face through this? Glad to have you here. We will be going through the annoyingly in-depth Drag Race Simulator with Komaeda archetype characters. For those of you who are not aware, Nagito Komaeda is a character that ruined the landscape of fiction in every single category, and now every game that doesn't have a Komaeda in it feels worse, because he is a character that you love to hate so much that you just wish he would die, and he usually does in the end. I hate Danganronpa. I hate Danganronpa too, but because I actually liked it. Nobody hates Danganronpa fans more than Danganronpa. In this Drag Race Komaeda edition, we will have 15 custom contestants. Kaus, you have a question. Please, feel free, because you'll have a lot more as we go. Just there's no rush. There's going to be a lot of questions throughout this. I'm also going to be, like, kind of impressed if OBS manages to capture the browser successfully. Bad story, in my opinion. V3 had the best. V3 and 2 improved on 1 a lot. 1 was kind of shit with its story, not gonna lie. V3, I think, jumped the moon a bit with its story. Kind of circled around into that territory where it's ironically good. Like, it's bad, but it's bad in a good way. Hard to explain. My biggest critique with Danganronpa is that's just very detached from reality and up its own arse. I wish there were more games like it. Although, if you can see on screen right now, you will see that we have a character from Your Turn to Die, a better version of Danganronpa. It's just the same type of death, just... Kaus's question is taking a while to come through, so we can presume Kaus is dead. It happens sometimes. Bro? Is the Komaeda from Winds of Change in this? No. I have specifically restricted this to Komaedas that I am familiar with. I'm sorry if you can hear me chewing. ASMR stream. We have leftover Halloween candy, and I plan to eat it all. I have limited this to characters that I can give a great deal of information to. Hopefully we never get a Komaeda voiced by Sean Chiplock. One voiced by Bryce Pappenbrook was too much already. Have you played Zero Escape by any chance? Oh, you are going to be very excited to see who's in this. And with that, let's get right into the contestants. For starters, to begin, we have, quote-unquote, So Hiyori. Coming to us from Kimigashine, Your Turn to Die. Roaches! The roaches have arrived, and I am afraid. Thank you, Scruffy McScruffs. I hate that. Coming from the land of Kimigashine and the death game by majority vote, So Hiyori is a lying piece of shit, whose name is in quotation marks, something you will understand if you've played the game. He serves as a great initial antagonist, hiding the true antagonists, although he has a great and in-deep character that has made many in the fandom woobify him by Chapter 2. So brings to this competition a great deal of intricate lies and a design sense that not many contestants have, though a lot others could say that they're good designers in their own way. So also struggles on the runway because he does in fact dress like a hobo. Gah! Gojira Sons is continuing the gift subs. Thank you, Gojira. Well, I'm happy to continue your patronage. So also comes to us with a great deal of redemption factor because he was actually written pretty well. Play Your Turn to Die if you haven't. It is free and it is a good game. It is not yet finished. Maybe So will get completely ruined in the final chapter. We have yet to know. However, not a frontrunner, but he could be the dark horse. Coming up next, we have Goro Akechi from Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royale. Those familiar with the Persona 5 duology of games will be familiar with Goro, as he is a lying shitweasel. However, he is a lying shitweasel in a kind of pathetic way, in that his acting skills are so bad he gives himself away in his first conversation. However, despite this, his intricate design plan spanned a long period of time, and he clearly put some thought into it, even if it wasn't enough emotional thought to realise he just had very bad daddy issues. Despite this, he's probably one of our most fierce dancers, as he has shown in Persona 5 Dancing Star Night. He could dance his way to the top of the competition. We never know what this detective has in store for us. Coming up next, we have Kylo Ren, coming to us from the Star Wars series. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Kylo's kind of a more average member of the roster. There's not much to say about Kylo. He's kind of pathetically average. He doesn't excel at much. There's not much to him. He's the least exciting one here. Anyway, next up we have Light Yagami. Light Yagami, primary antagonist of famed series Death Note and famous shitweasel, is great at everything, kind of has a perfect life. He was very much born into his intelligence. He grew and nurtured it a lot, and then eventually he picked up the Death Note and became just the FBI's most wanted overnight. It was a bit of a nightmare. He was like the blueprint for the Komaeda archetype to stem from. Light is kind of like the predecessor of the Komaedas. We would not have our true Komaedas in modern day. Nagito Komaeda himself we would not have if we did not have our progenitors like Light Yagami. Everyone take a moment of silence to appreciate what he has done to harm the realm of fiction forever. Okay, and we're done. Next up we have Mary. One of our few female compatriots on this list. Mary serves as our first indie horror representative. Mary came to us as an incredible actor and liar. She is actually not a real person. She is a portrait in the wonderful world of Guetena. Not really a spoiler, it's pretty fucking obvious. She just kind of exists. She's a sad and tragic little girl. She's stuck in the world and she just wants to live free in the real world. Anyway, she's also a lying shit gibbon and she tries to kill Gary to take his place in the real world. She's tragic, but she's still a shit gibbon. Extreme when. It wouldn't be that entertaining. I've played it a million times when I was younger. I would like to note here, hey Ali, welcome to the shit show stream, where it's meant to be weird this time. Hello Haruko, welcome. I'm glad that your vote is with Goro. One thing that I will say about the females in this category, we only got fucking 4.
Hey bestie.
Hey bestie. One thing about the Nagito Komaeda character archetype is there's very few women representing it. It's very typically young twink men with the exact same body type, the exact same skin colour, and the exact same hair colour. So I've been more creative to ensure diversity.
She's dead now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have like no black characters because well, honestly, no. For once, I'm not sorry. God bless that people with darker skin have been spared from this archetype of characters. You all deserve better. Next up, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Nagito Komaeda himself. He's here, he's queer, and he is the man of the archetype. Haruko, your standards are very low, but I still love you. Not Boondocks, Komaeda. I'm not taking part in this. I refuse. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm not. So anyway, Komaeda, Nagito Komaeda himself. The man, the myth, the legend. Had decent acting skills until he was called out on his bullshit once and completely crumbled into his true nature as a complete fucking lunatic. Improv, easily one of the worst improvisers in the cast, but his murder plan? What? That is not what I meant to say. His murder plan, truly iconic, truly in-depth. The use of his talent, beautiful. He's under the table. Will Nagito be able to reclaim the crown that is rightfully his? He could. All of the I should say this actually. Fingers in his ass. One thing I should say about the contestants is that they have all been given scores according to 50 or less in total. 50 or less, with some exceptions that I gave 45 or 55, depending on how I felt they were qualified or underqualified or overqualified for this competition. The vast majority have standard scores, however. I believe only 2 or 3 men had 55 and only 1 had 45. It was all evenly distributed across the stats, of course. We want this to be a fair race, not including production riggery, because that's a very crucial part of Drag Race. And surely this will be rigged for Nagito. Next up, we have T-posing Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. Arguably the waifu embodiment of the Komaeda archetype. She literally fucking murdered her 3 friends by causing them to gain horrible mental illnesses to an accelerated degree, and then kidnapped the main character. All because she was in love with you, the player. Truly a tragic character, self-aware that she is trapped in a video game, only wanting the best for you. She is one of the more overqualified of the competition. She can sing, she can write her own songs, she is very good at improv, even if her planning is absolutely terrible. She's not a good actor, let's be honest. She couldn't tell a lie to save her life. But she is truly the artiste of this competition. She does sing off-key, which is why she is not too amazing, but I have no doubt that her lip sync and skills as a singer and songwriter will come into play. And there is a certain... In the same way that Violet Chachki said there was a certain charm to Elliot with two T's hodgepodge drag, there is a certain charm to Monica's hodgepodge off-key singing. Yes, Leo, I know you like a girl with a brain and a personality. I've seen it firsthand. Next up, we have N. Natural Harmonia Gropius, because that is his full name for some reason. There's not much to say about N. He's kind of a walking disaster. He's been sheltered most of his life. He is overall a very good person, and he is very, very good at just... How do I put this? Being pretty. Just being pretty in general. Very much a contender for the runway queen of the competition. He might even be a lip syncer beneath it all, as he is incredibly autistic coded, and Lord knows his social skills aren't what he's been focusing on. Not gonna lie, I wanted to name him the N-word in this. Not like the actual slur, the N-word, just the phrase, the N-word. Just because I thought it would be funny. I have a child's sense of humour. Moving on. Okay, we have Nemesis Pseudo, one of our only true anime representations. Nemesis Pseudo hails to us from the Avilius Chronicles series of music, manga, and light novels. She is a salty anime girl with a pistol, and I fully empathise with her choice to murder her father in cold blood. He was kind of an arsehole. However, the part where she became a political frontrunner and became Avilius' equivalent of Hitler was kind of fucked up. Not gonna lie, sis, not very girl boss of you. However, the part where she turns out, spoilers, to actually be the reincarnation of the goddess of the soul, Levia, and the master of the Hellish Yard, kinda girl boss of her, not gonna lie. The trauma and repressed memories, though, along with her being a white waif, and incredibly sympathetic despite being a generally horrible person, it makes her a Komaeda. I did consider putting her father on this list instead, but I felt Nemesis had done more evil somehow, because she did kind of blow up the world at one time. Oh well. We all make mistakes. Next up, we have Phi, last name not given. The most contentious member of this list, as though she serves as a Komaeda in her initial introduction, she does eventually turn out to actually be a good person, and as the true protagonist of the Zero Escape franchise, let's be real, she is possibly the most overqualified contender in this competition, and I have a feeling she might stomp everyone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit afraid for everyone else. Phi is truly a powerhouse. She's funny, she's smart, she's good in the moment. She thought to drop kick a man just because he was far enough away and she could get enough height, and you know what, she did it. She did it well. I fully expect Phi to be drop kicking at least 5 of her competitors. Her talent show will be something to see. No, already said your condition on adding characters, you know. I'm so sad Happy Chaos didn't make the... Phi Thick, her full name. God. Her full name cannot be said here because Leo hasn't actually finished Zero Escape yet, so it would scare him. Also, hey, the real Zero Escape. It is Eric, but Eric is a worse character, so I didn't include him. Next up, we have Sans Undertale. I'm not really going to explain this one. I'm not really going to explain this one at all, honestly. Sans is the pinnacle. Will Sans! Thank you, Sparky, for that. Okay, that actually got me. Sans Undertale is a beast. He is truly the one to take it. We don't know what he's going to do. He is shit at just about everything that needs physical exertion. He has 1 hit point. He's not very good at his jobs. He may or may not be an eldritch entity. He may or may not be a fragment of a scientist split across time and space. We're not actually sure. However, what we are sure of is he has a banging theme, and for some reason everyone wants to fuck him, myself included for some reason. Moving on. We have Spampton, G. Spampton, everyone's #1 rated salesman, 1997. Spampton, one of our newer contenders. We all thought Deltarune. I am not good, thank you for asking. I would fuck the bone man, I am weak for men that can make me laugh. And especially if they're short and especially if they're short and intimidating for some reason. Why am I like this? Deltarune. We didn't think there would be a Komaeda. We got through chapter 1 and we were fully thinking, oh wow, Susie dodged the Komaeda archetype by being an actual good person with a decent character arc. It's just Ashura's F-list. No, honestly, Sparky, Sans is the one to make the poll for. Honestly, 100%. I remove the OnlyFans command shitlord. Spampton G. Spampton stole everyone's expectations by being an actual horrible person that is incredibly sympathetic and incredibly true to life. Because his whole thing is that he's literally just a homeless guy who failed at his job. That's his entire thing. It's a bit too real, honestly. I feel kind of bad for him. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. But his ability to be unintentionally hilarious, all the while masking his severe crippling depression, is going to go a long way in Drag Race. It is going to be the drama that we need on this season. I do believe Spampton may be a producer favourite. Next up we have Wheatley. Probably the most incompetent member of the cast. Wheatley's entire thing is getting by on dumb luck. He is not very good at anything, and for some reason Tumblr wanted to fuck him, and I couldn't even justify this one because, good lord, how do you fuck a ball? Regardless. Wheatley will be going a long way with his improv skills, hopefully, maybe he'll be the lip-sync assassin, we may never know. Wheatley is truly a wild card, he is truly the dark horse, there is nobody other than him that could be shit and somehow Reagan his way to the top. Next up we have Yoshia Joshua Kiryu, coming to us from The World Ends With You. Another overqualified member of the competition. Joshua is a Komaeda in many senses of the term, however, not the tweety spoilers. One big issue with Joshua is that he is God, so it's kind of hard to rate his power levels. So for the sake of this, I have powered him down to be just a little bit overqualified. There's not much to say about Josh. He's gay. He's one of the few Komaeda that are just straight up gay. He has a good sense of humor. He's cool. I like Joshua. He's a shithead, but I like him. And that's kind of something you could say about a lot of people on this list. Welcome, Joshua. I hope that it's entertaining for you. I know you like your games. Finally, on our list, we have our celebrity guest. One thing I did not reveal. Am I a shithead but you like me? Yes, Haruko, you're a shithead but I like you too. We have 14 Komaedas and 1 celebrity guest star. A celebrity guest that cannot be matched in his impact in history, in his impact in culture. Yoshio was in Kingdom Hearts, I do know that actually. I saw his Dream Drop Distance quotes, and he was fully playing up the god archetype. My god, he knew too much. Our celebrity guest is not unfamiliar to the antics of the Komaeda, that being war crimes, and crimes against humanity, and probably some kind of bigotry. We really needed a guest star that could keep up with the energy of the Komaedas, someone who could keep the competition interesting, someone who could be so cutthroat that even the Komaedas would be struggled to ally or deny them. Everyone? NBT. It's Jack the Ripper. Welcome to the stage, Jack the Ripper. I'm very happy to have him here. I think he will be a very good wrench in the works. I think it will be very interesting to see him interact with Nagito. It will be very interesting to see him react with Nemesis, since they've committed similar war crimes. But let's get into it. Jack's whole thing with, you know, hating the Jewish community, hating prostitutes, probably being a butcher or a surgeon. In this instance, we are using his Sherlock Holmes iteration, Jacob Levy. It could have been NBC. It could have been a lot of people with that description. However, Jack's pure power alone means that he is one of the few celebrities in history that could match up with the Komaedas. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I hope you all are too. The format for this will be a double premiere with no elimination. We will have 7 queens and 8 queens in a double premiere showing off their talents, and they will not be eliminated. Our format for returning to the competition, because we will have a returning queen at some point that was eliminated and has clawed her way back in. We will have it in the lip sync smackdown, where every week after the first elimination, they will claw and fight their way to the top, trying to earn their way back in. And our finale format will be the lip sync for the crown top 4, where the top 4 queens that made it to the end will lip sync for the final spot in the top. If God don't win, this is rigged. I will say Joshua is known to scale down his power levels, so it's a more fair competition. He did that during the Reapers game. It is only natural he would do so here. I believe he's cocky enough to think that he could get away with it, but he is definitely one of the ones that I gave an extra 5 points to. We will not be doing the chocolate bar twist because the chocolate bar twist was stupid. We will be keeping double shantays and double sachets to keep the competition more interesting. I've been rooting for the Ripper. Not someone I want to stan. Of course, we will be having no real Drag Race queens because I'm not on that pussy shit. We will not be disabling the riggery because what is Drag Race without the riggery? Now then, let's begin. Drag Race, Komaeda's edition, Simulate. Lip Sync Smackdown format isn't supported with double shantays or sachets. Oops. Okay. We're disabling double shantays and double sachets, I suppose. Oh well. Simulate now. Here is our full cast for the first episode. Into the workroom comes Nagito Komaeda. Komaeda, the name of the competition. Okay, but we need music. All I have is this royalty-free background music. I hope you don't mind. This is the season for Komaeda to win. It would be a shame if he flopped episode 1. We will see how he performs. Coming into the workroom, he knows he's the shit. He knows that this is his competition to win. He knows that he's the icon, and he thinks that all these other bitches that are going to walk in this workroom are going to see him and are going to think, fuck, she's here. 1 bit for each queen and for our lovely... Oh my god. I don't want to risk downloading anything while the stream's up. This is meant to just be a relaxed stream that I'm doing for funsies. Second into the workroom, Kylo Ren. Definitely a queen that nobody wanted to see, but he's here anyway. And he is here to prove that Rise of Skywalker was not a flop. It was, in fact, a flop, so we do expect him to be out very early. If he makes it to the end, he's going to declare himself God. It's fucking Kylo. Kylo is here to show off his fierce runways, since looks is just about all he got. Seeing Komaeda in the workroom, he's intimidated. He He knows that this is someone above his competition, but with his experience with lightsaber combat, he can translate that into a dance that could blow away the competition. Light does not have his death note. External items are not allowed. Third into the workroom. Ideally, I imagine to temper Nagito's ego is Light Yagami. He comes in and he doesn't even say an entrance line. He just looks into the camera and puffs up his coat. He knows he's that bitch. He knows he's the one. He knows he's going to be taking wins. He knows he's going to be taking names. He's not scared. He's not afraid of anyone. He's Light fucking Yagami. Just because he doesn't have Ryuki to give him advice doesn't mean he's not going to win. He can take this shit. He knows he can take this shit. And he makes eye contact with Komaeda and he makes eye contact with Kylo. You know Komaeda's in that confessional like, Light may be my senior, but he didn't master the art of the Komaeda like I did. And Kylo's in the confessionals like, fuck. Kylo walked into the wrong room on the desk still, and that's how he got on the show. The three queens are eyeing each other across the workroom table. But the tension, despite being so thick, is cut by a raucous clown car noise, out which strolls into the workroom everyone's favourite #1 rated salesman 1997, Spampton G. Spampton, and he is here to get some wins and earn some chroma. He is here. He is here to show everyone that you can be short, you can be homeless, you can be completely irredeemable, but you can still be a good drag queen. He isn't here to fuck around. We have our first really unattractive contestant, and we are ready to get into the shit and the nitty-gritty of the Komaeda archetype. He is followed by what can only be presumed as a homeless person who walked into the workroom. It is Sohiori, who almost introduces himself by the wrong name. He stands for a moment looking awkwardly as his beanie falls off his head and he has to pick it back up again. He awkwardly skitters to the table, and then we cut to confessionals, and he's revealing that he's completely playing up how incompetent he is because he wants these bitches to underestimate him. He's a threat, but he doesn't want them to know it. He wants them to be focused on each other. He sees that there's stiff competition here already, but he's not gotten this far in life by giving up. No, he's gotten this far in life by copying other people and lying. And that's what he's going to do to get to the top. After that, in comes our surprise celebrity guest that makes the entire workroom gagged. It's Jack the Ripper. He stands across the room. He gives a line about cutting up prostitutes. It's very, very R-rated. It's very not safe for TV. There is currently a tag on Twitter to cancel him right now. The others don't really want to get close to him because he is actually just kind of straight up a brutal murderer with no real moral compass. I mean, Light was a serial killer, but I mean...
She's dead now. Yeah. Yeah.
He at least had, like, some kind of goal and ethics. Jack doesn't really have that. And they're not really sure how to feel around him. But we do know from his confessionals he's probably going to be starting some drama. Next into the workroom, everyone is shocked to see what seems to be a literal child. In walks Mary, fresh out of the dollhouse, fresh out of Guetena's art exhibit. She has been brought here today as RuPaul sacrificed Jujubee to the gods of Guetena to give Mary presents in the real world. And now she's here. And she is here to show that girls can do it too. Girls can also be seemingly your friend and then backstab you and try to kill people. They can also be sympathetic murderers. Mary is here to show us exactly what drag is to a literal child. This is our cast for day one. In today's mini challenge, the queens will do a quiz about a celebrity, and despite being fresh out of the painting world, Mary successfully gives every single right answer possible about the artist Guetena, who was coincidentally the celebrity in question. Some of the other contestants did call bullshit, with So in particular saying that this may be a bit unfair. He was then laughed at by RuPaul. Congratulations, Mary, on your mini-challenge win. The remaining queens will be recording vocals and performing in a girl group number for the original song So Much Better Than You. How do our queens perform in the girl group challenge, where they write and record their own lyrics for the RuPaul song or whatever? I don't fucking know. Our standout performance is Spampton G. Spampton, having a great showing on the main stage. His lyrics and his dancing, unstoppable. Nobody could compete with him in this time. He was on top of his game, dancing like a lunatic, singing like his heart depended on it. His lyrics were literally just about giving him money and were interspersed with ad jingles, but we loved it. We loved every second of it. Light Yagami, So, and Jack the Ripper failed to meet Spampton's level, but they performed admirably. Admittedly, Light and Jack mostly just sung about murder. It was a little weird. Light's God complex did shine through somewhat in his lyrics, particularly the lyrics where he highlighted that he would be willing to kill just about anyone to get his ideal world. Might want to keep it a bit more PG for TV. We are on VH1. So, yeah, I don't know what So was doing. So wasn't really in his element here. It's a miracle that he did as well as he did. Honestly, he's not much of a dancer. He has the bones and muscle mass of a doll. Speaking of dolls, the flops in this competition, particularly Kylo Ren, Nagito, and Mary completely falling flat on her ass. Kylo and Nagito just couldn't keep up with the rest of the group. But Mary's more of an art kind of girl. She's not a singer, she's not a dancer. And it showed here. She's got 2 left feet. She was literally painted with 2 left feet. Gueteno was not very good at drawing feet. So it would seem. So despite her mini-challenge win, she is landing straight in the bottom. Mary once again showing just how two-dimensional her personality is. Fuck off. Who were our tops and bottoms this week? We will find out after this runway. The queens will be bringing it to the runway. Category is gold. Jacob, Jack the Ripper, Levy, and Nagito Komaeda are bringing it to the runway in episode 1. They are at the top of their game. Nagito redeeming his bad performance with a great runway. Jack the Ripper trying to ensure his spot in the top 2 in episode 1. Following them, we have some good runways, passable from the rest of the cast. Don't know if Mary could get away with that though. It's hard to say. Mary did the worst this episode, unfortunately. She's lucky there's no eliminations episode 1. The top 2 this week are Spampton G. Spampton and Light Yagami, and they lip sync to Aura by Lady Gaga, where Spampton G. Spampton blows Light out of the water. Taking home the win of episode 1 is Spampton G. Spampton, winning the girl group challenge. Is this not the face of modern pop music? He truly is everyone's favourite #1 rated salesman. It is his time to be a big shot. Light in the top 2 for the first episode, though. He's really setting up that good track record early. Producers are going to have their eyes on these 2 for the rest of the season, I imagine. Let's move on to our second cast of queens. Episode 2, Into the Workroom walks our first genuinely good person, N from Pokemon. He takes a look around and is wowed by the pink in the workroom. It reminds him of his bedroom in the castle. He hasn't been anywhere like this since he left Team Plasma. He's hoping that the time that he spent with his Zoroark can truly help him blend in with the competition and appear to be someone that's really here to have fun, enjoy himself, and just make some friends in the industry. This is cut short as he is immediately joined by Semester 3 Goro Akechi, who walks into the workroom with a scowl on his face and malice in his heart. He comes in, adjusts his gloves, and simply calls for Loki to give some flair to his entrance. He's truly the camp queen of the season. N gives a slight round of applause because he just wants to be friends. He's not very good at socializing and he knows it, but he thinks this person could be a good ally in the competition. His hopes are swiftly cut short when he realizes actually Goro's kind of a dickhead. It's specifically third semester Akechi. I specifically looked for this exact sprite. Drag Race Simulator with the characters of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards everyone hates. Oh god. In walks Nemesis Pseudo. Instantly, as she takes off her mask, Goro and N are stunned by the fact that this girl in assassin's garb and a long floor-length dress with a little tank top, everybody knows this is probably going to be the fashion queen of the season. And her threatening aura and the fact that she is strikingly resembling the Vocaloid Megpoid Gumi, she is going to be a lip-sync threat. She doesn't give anyone the time of day. Hello Zen, welcome. This is Drag Race Komaeda edition, our special Tuesday stream. Nemesis says no words to everyone. She takes her seat at the table and just gives everyone a very bitchy look. She says very few words. She's intimidating, but Goro goes to the confessionals to immediately say that she's not that intimidating. Speaking of intimidation, in teleports a very lazy individual. It's Sans. He waves hi. He immediately walks to sit down. That's it. That's all Sans does. Nobody really doesn't know what to make of him, but he's polite enough. Sans kind of thinks that everyone there's a bit of a buzzkill. He just wants to chill with people. He's not big on the drama. In walks God, and everyone's a little bit intimidated. Josh is dressed in his typical schoolboy garb, the kind of shit that you would see a very, very gay teenager wearing. It's very fashionable, it's very camp. He's very excited to be in a game where life and death is not on the line. Sometimes he just wants a nice little queer game. He needs more queer people in his life. I mean, the only other gay person that he knows is Sho Minamimoto, and Sho is actually a horrible person. So he's less fun to be around. Everybody seems to underestimate Joshua's true power at first. Nemesis remarks in the confessionals that, though he may be a god, so is she. She's not that impressed. Sans thinks it's cool that God's here. But he's no, you know, god of hyperdeath. It's hard to top that, really. Despite everything, Josh remains poised, confident, and clearly more self-assured than a lot of the other bitches here. Next in walks Fi. Fi walks in her typical garb. She's not felt the need to jush it up too much because she already looks like she's from a model show. She's already bringing it to the runway. She tosses her hair a little, says she has no idea why she's here, but she's here to slay. She immediately bonds with N over the fact that they're actually good people, and Sans is happy to join in, but he doesn't say much because he's a bit lazy. She has her glasses in a glasses case, don't worry. She'll bring them on for reading challenges. Who does she kick first? Probably Goro, honestly. I feel like she'd kick Goro. Next to walk into the workroom is Monica. She walks in and starts T-posing. She states to the camera proudly that she has no idea why she's doing this. She was told to do it by production because they thought it would be funny. She's very happy to see everyone. She's very happy to be here. She is a shit person to a degree, and she knows that. She knows she belongs with the Komaedas, but she's hoping to change the perceptions of her through this competition, because she truly is just a girl with love in her heart and a song to sing. Finally into the workroom, being carried by a member of the pit crew is Wheatley. He doesn't have legs. Nobody knows why he's here. If he wins anything, it'll be impressive. He doesn't really mesh with everyone. He kind of annoys everyone. He tries to make friends with Sans, but Sans doesn't really talk much, and Sans is in fact already asleep. Proceed. In today's mini-challenge, the Queens will do a song about a celebrity. The celebrity in question happens to be Ellen McLean. Wheatley instantly nails it due to his familiarity with her work. Being that, you know, GLaDOS sent him into space. Honestly, it's a miracle that he won anything. We'll take this. We will take this. Wheatley never gets his body. There is no body for Wheatley. We're not doing that. We refuse. I refuse. The remaining queens will record vocals and perform in a girl group number with the original song Break Up, Bye Bye. Sans has the best performance of the group. Sans Undertale is here to slay the girl group challenge. He came in and he said to these bitches, "Y'all want a song? He will see you in the next life now." It does suit him. He knows all about seeing people in the next life because he was killing an immortal child over and over and over and over and over again. And he knows that he will see them in the next life. It's a shock to everyone how the laziest contestant could throw down some moves and lyrics like that, but everyone is unable to argue with the result. Following up after him, we have Goro Akechi, Nemesis Sudo, Joshua, and Phi. They all had good performances. Nemesis and Goro's lyrics about murdering their father did mirror each other a bit too much for either of them to land in the top. It was a case of they were very on level with one another as a result of the similarities. It was assumed that because of Nemesis's connection to the Vocaloid genre, that she may have the leg up, but Goro is simply too good of a dancer. He could not be underestimated in this situation. Phi and Josh being a literal god, his performance was expected. He's good at just about everything. Sans just went to different timelines for it. Phi, all in all, is very good with her body, very good with her movements. She's aware of what's good for her, and also she really likes punk songs and songs about being pissed off. It didn't fit the theme of the song quite so well, but she made it work. Unfortunately, Monica, Wheatley, and N all failed to live up to the performance. Monica was much too scared of showing her vocal talents to a full world audience. She was too afraid, she flubbed her lyrics, and her dancing performance was far too rigid. She's more concerned with how she will appear to the people at home than actually serving a good show. And I think that's a shame, because I think she could be a very strong player. Wheatley is the worst because he's Wheatley. Nerves will get to you, Leo. It just happens. And his thing isn't singing and dancing. He was raised with a very normal mindset. He isn't very an expressive person. He's very refined, very poised. His dancing was alright, but his lyrics were incredibly mediocre. It was hard to say that his performance was even good in the end. The Queens will bring it to the runway, and the theme is Butch. Surely Phi has the advantage here. Nemesis Sudo not just did great, she slayed the runway. It's true. Our assumptions were correct. Nemesis may just be the runway queen of the season. She brought a Butch look that truly embodied assassin couture. She is here to show that she can be Hitler and she can do it in style. The quiet bitch queen, truly after Violet Chachki's own heart. Hello Megs, welcome to the Nagito Komaeda stream. Great performances on the runway from Goro Akechi, Bai and Joshua, all trying to get to the top of the competition as they all had good performances this week. Monica trying desperately to redeem her poor showing. Comes to the runway, stacked and ready. I'm very happy with it too, Sparky. Just in general. Unfortunately... Oh no, not unfortunately, there were no bad runways this week. Sans, Wheatley and N just failed to meet up to expectations on the runway. It's a shame, I imagined N would be a lot higher, though it is kind of expected that Sans would come out in a paper bag. The top two of the week are Goro Akechi and Sans Undertale, lip-syncing to Still Into You by Paramore. Goro, singing his heart out to his love, Ren Amamiya, takes the win from Sans. He gets the first win of his team in the double premiere. Best winners have been decided, ladies and gentlemen. Goro was here to win, and his lip-syncing talents shone through his dancing. Truly a queen to watch out for. If Goro makes it to the finale, he may just snatch it up. So far, we have our contestant track records. Our top two of week one was Spampton G. Spampton and Light Yagami. Spampton won, but Light took the top two. In the same group, So and Jack the Ripper were both high. Kylo Ren landing in a comfortable safe, but Nagito and Mary landing low. Though Mary does have a mini challenge win, if that will come into play.
Hey, bestie.
Hey, bestie. Not sure if there's a cooldown or something Azure can look into at this point.
She's dead now. Yeah.
Roaches!
Hope you're all having fun there. In our second girl group challenge, Sans and Goro slayed the competition, but it was a close call between Goro and Fi as to who would take that top two spot. Nemesis and Fi landed high, while Goro took the win, and Sans was happy with his top two placement because he's a lazy fuck. Monica and Josh landing in the safe spot, and Wheatley and N landing low.
Roaches!
It's not ideal for them. After this week, we will start to eliminate queens. It is time. If Megs will stop spamming roaches. Okay. The sanctity of the competition is being disrespected. Proceed. Next week, in today's mini challenge, the queens will do nails painted with balls. Nemesis, with her skills, slaying looks and stunting pretty, and literally slaying people, has won this mini challenge. It was a surprise. Hello Thane, welcome to the Komaeda stream. How long is this, by the way? Dunno. Until there's top 4 queens, really. Depends on how long I linger. All my points are gone, so rip. Oh no. The queens will act in a theatre piece for this week's Maxi Challenge about phone apps. We will be split into 3 teams. How do you all feel about these teams? Team number 1, starring Light Yagami, Goro Akechi, Kylo Ren, Bai, Nemesis Sudo. You are team number 1. Yoshia, Joshua Kiryu, Jack the Ripper, Spampton G. Spampton, Nagito Komaeda. Jack the Ripper has an unfair disadvantage. And N are team 2. Team 3. Team 3 starring Monica, Saho, Mary, Sans, and Wheatley. Yeah, Team 3 is in the bottom. I don't know what to tell you all. Team 3 is about to fucking eat complete shit. The Queen's performances in this challenge. Mary, Kylo Ren, and Joshua slayed the challenge this week. Mary, not satisfied with her week 1 performance being so poor to the point where she flopped. She was the only one who flopped. She came back with a vengeance. bringing Team 3 the credibility it deserves. She acted her little heart out, like when she met Eve for the first time, and pretended she was a good person. No real expectations missed with Kylo and Josh. Acting is one of the few things Kylo Ren can do, such as acting like he is a good character. Josh is a lying piece of shit, so he's good at acting, just in general. Following them with great performances, a lot of our cast is doing well. So, Sans, N, Wheatley, Monica, and Nagito had great performances. Maybe Team 3 isn't flopping. Holy shit, Team 3 is trailblazing here. I thought Team 3 would flop. How did Wheatley do this so well? I didn't give him that high an acting stat. There's some RNG in all this. I guess Wheatley just got lucky. Spampton, J-Hack the Ripper, Phi, Nemesis, and Light all had good performances. Thought that Light might do a bit better, all things considered. Maybe the pressure got to him, or maybe he thought the acting was below him? Who can say? Anyway, the only flop was Goro. Which does make sense. I mean, in his very first scene, he is famously known for literally flubbing his lines so hard that everyone instantly knew he was a supervillain. Hello, Dave. Welcome to the worst stream of all time. Bring it to the runway. The Queens will bring it to the runway in a repeat of the gold runway because this bot, for some reason, repeats runways because I guess the RNG is bad. It's not the worst, you should. Oh my god, the Queens brought it to the runway today. N, Wheatley, Monica, Nagito, Jack the Ripper, Phi, and Nemesis all said, "Y'all want gold? We will bring you gold, LeMay. We will bring you the serves." This series of Queens did not come to the competition to do anything except stunt pretty. Following up with good runways, we have Mary, Kylo, Joshua, So, Sans, Spampton G. Spampton, Goro Akechi. They have all... I mean, they were alright. Nothing special. I mean, she tried. Light Yagami had a bad runway. That may cost him. He's already pretty low on the scales. That bad runway could tip him down. But let's get into the winner. Based on tonight's performances, Monica, Light Yagami, Sohiori, Goro Akechi, Mary, Kylo Ren, Sans, Phi, Wheatley, Nemesis, you represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Joshua, N, Nagito, Spampton G. Spampton, Jack the Ripper, you're safe. What do you all think? Who's in the top? Who's in the bottom? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win this challenge? It's a mystery. Personally, on God, I'm kind of rooting for Mary. She needs some redemption. She needs her redemption arc. Mary, congratulations, you're the winner of today's challenge. She did it, girls. Girls, she did it. Mary fucked up week 1. She flopped hard. The girl group challenge was a mess. It was a mistake. She was a flop. But she came into this dance challenge and she said, this performance challenge. She said, you want acting? Let me give you the lines that I was given Eve and Gary when I first ran face first into their asses, when they thought I was their friend. And she put every inch of Guertaina's paint into this. She was not fucking around. Our high placements this week are So, Wheatley, Monica, and Sans. The unexpected tops of this week. They really had the entire audience and the judges thinking they would flop, but they came together and took it too seriously to ever be in the bottom this week. And honestly, I praise that kind of talent. They knew they had to pull out all the stops, and they did. Unfortunately, that means the bottoms this week are low placements are Light Yagami, Goro Akechi, Kylo Ren, Nemesis Sudo. Who is in the bottom? Kylo Ren and Nemesis, you're safe. That means the bottom two is Goro Akechi and Light Yagami. Kira himself, the famed serial killer and crow of the Phantom Thieves. Who is gonna win in the bottom two lip sync for your life? The lip sync song is Supermodel by RuPaul. Goro dances his pussy out to Supermodel. He does not fuck around. His lip syncing could use some work, but his dancing is top tier. Light, shocked from his bottom placement, unable to process that he could have done worse than anyone else in this competition. He can't bring himself into it. He doesn't know the words. He didn't learn the words. He didn't bother. Why do they look identical? Because all the Komaedas look the exact goddamn same to a certain degree. I did make a point that they all looked very similar in certain times. Megs, by the way, feel free to message Jack and tell him that Goro's in this. He might come run. Anyway. Who wins? Goro Akechi, Shantae, you stay. Our first eliminated queen, the shock. Light Yagami, sashay away. Kira has left the competition. Episode 1. Well, episode 3. Episode 1 of eliminations, though. Guys, it's the gag. It's time for Untucked. At the end of the episodes, the queens go to sit down and talk about their feelings in this episode. Spampton, G. Spampton, and Sans identify one another as two of Toby Fox's victims and immediately connect. Immediately, Sans and Spampton, they recognize one another. They recognize the trauma in their hearts as characters from Undertale and Deltarune, and they fully understand each other. They embrace in a heart-to-heart. And they know that they will be by one another's side throughout the rest of this competition, and that they truly understand each other. Not taking things well from this episode. Before he's thrown into the bottom, Goro gets into a fist fight with almost gets into a fist fight with today's winner, Mary, provoking her and her childish nature, telling her she didn't deserve the win, that her first episode performance should have seen her sent home, that she should be in the bottom fighting for her life, not him. She doesn't deserve it. Mary gets up and tries to take a swing at him. However, she is in fact 3 feet tall. She cannot do anything to him. Josh and Wheatley, similarly, we don't really know what they were fighting over, to be honest. Maybe okay, 100%. Wheatley was trying to defend his actions in his video game Portal, and N was like, dude, that's kind of fucked up. And Josh got involved because he likes to stir the pot. If there's anyone in this season that is going to be stirring the pot, it is, in fact, Joshua. But so hard, they hit the camera crew. So has really brought it. Hi. He is getting that winner edit already. Top of the competition, but no wins yet. He is keeping his threat level low, just like he said he would. But he is in the top. OBS is a psychological horror, to be honest. Sans, top 2 high team. He is a threat. Everyone knew he was going to be a threat, but nobody expected him to take home the girl group and the dance girl group and the acting challenge. What the fuck? N, not off to a good start. Wheatley was carried by his team. Monica, slowly gaining momentum. Nagito, kind of a poor showing for a competition named after him, not gonna lie. Spampton G. Spampton, sitting pretty, comfortably on a win. Jack the Ripper, for some reason, is not doing too terribly. Phi, despite being a fan favourite, only a high and a low placement so far. Nemesis, high and a low placement so far. Phi and Nemesis could go either way. They could be gone in the next episode, or they could stick around and be a big threat this competition. Two of our top 2 placements in episode 1 and 2. The winner of episode 2 and one of the top 2 in episode 1 were in the bottom 2 in episode 3. One of them was eliminated. This competition just got real. We've already lost frontrunners. Proceed. In today's mini challenge, the queens will do wigs with a celebrity. N. Naturally. That is a horrible shout out, holy shit. N, the master of looking pretty. He's good with his hair. Have you seen his locks? He's good with it. He knows what he's doing. And so do we. He won the mini challenge, as he deserved. The queens will improvise a drag queen spoof of the celebrity gossip and drama TV shows. It's a comedy performance and an acting challenge rolled into one. The queens' performances? We have a lot of great performances this week because we have a lot of great comedians and actors. Phi, Sans, Jack the Ripper for some reason, Kylo Ren for some reason, Monica, and Nagito Komaeda, all giving great performances, but not gonna lie, we do expect Phi and Sans in the top this week. We can't really imagine it being anyone else over here, and we would be disappointed if it was. N feels like they should be non-binary. Joshua, So, Spampton, Mary, and N all have good performances. N finally in the safe zone after spending so long in the bottom. He really does need to step his pussy up, though. Goro and Nemesis having a bad performance, and Wheatley flopping the challenge. Oh, Wheatley. Will Goro be in the bottom 2 weeks in a row, or will Nemesis be thrown in for her incredibly crash and lacking sense of humour due to her horrible childhood trauma? We will see. Let's see if there's a tiebreaker for the top and the bottom as we bring it to the runway. The theme is spring, and our slayers are Nagito and Nemesis. Nemesis expected. She is clearly the runway queen this season. She is giving no shit. She is serving looks. That may save her and may land Goro in the bottom 2 weeks in a row. Ooh. Nagito, truly pushing himself over the top. He had a great performance and he slayed the runway. This could be Nagito's first win in his own competition. Following up, N, Goro, and Wheatley having great runways. Wheatley trying desperately to stay out of the bottom. N trying to prove that he is worthy of being here. And Goro, desperate to claw above Nemesis, just falling short. But will the judges agree? Or will they put Nemesis in the bottom? Most of the competition just had good runways, but who did bad? Spampton and Phi just couldn't get the spring theme down. Phi's more of a winter sort of girl. She can't really do good with spring. It doesn't match her skin tone. It doesn't match her makeup. It doesn't match her general aesthetic. She's not down for it. Spampton. Honestly, it's a miracle Spampton hasn't been in the bottom for all of his runways. He lives in a dumpster. Let's move on. Based on tonight's performances by Wheatley, Jack the Ripper, Nemesis, Sans, Goro, Kylo, N. You represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Monica, Nagito, Joshua, So, Spampton, Mary. You're safe. Jack the Ripper, congratulations, you are the winner of today's challenge. Honestly, Nagito was robbed. Nagito was fully robbed. This should have been Nagito's win. I am calling robbery. This was a robbery. Jack the Ripper is being pushed by the judges and by production to be the end because he's the celebrity guest judge. He is taking valuable screen time away from contestants that deserve it more. And honestly, we're confused as to why Fi was even in the top, but Fi, Kylo, and Sans were in the top. Our bottoms this week are Wheatley, Nemesis, Goro, and N. Who could be the bottoms this week? Who does production want to throw to the wolves? Nemesis and N, you're safe. That means Goro, Akechi, and Wheatley, I'm sorry, my dears, you're up for elimination. Goro. Will Goro become the lip sync assassin of the season? So far, he's been in 2 episodes and lip synced twice, and he's about to lip sync for the 3rd time. He's won both of his lip syncs so far. Is this going to be Goro's lip sync season? How do they do? Goro, the lip sync song is Starships by Nicki Minaj. Goro, pissed off, had a bad lip sync, and Wheatley completely flops. Goro just could not channel the energy of this song, but Wheatley did even worse. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be in trouble here. Goro, Akechi, Shantae, you stay for another week. You will slay another week. Wheatley, sashay away. The dark horse has left the competition. It is back in the stable. It was never going to go far, let's be honest. Wheatley is kind of terrible at everything he does. Oh well. Why are my boyfriends chatting shit? Just got messages on Telegram of Sparky and Leo making fun of me. I am having a bit too much fun with this, but you know what? What, Sparky? Why did you gift Sean Shiplock a subscription to my stream? Why did you gift Sean Shiplock a subscription to my... I need a doctor. I need a doctor. I need a doctor. I can't go on. I can't go on. I can't do this. Can't do this. Nope. Can't do this. Can't do this. Can't do this. It's a no from me. Goodbye. Stream's over, everyone. Good night.
She's dead now.
Yeah.
Ugh. The only the only solace I take is that Wheatley is gone.
She's dead now. Yeah.
Wheatley is now dead. At the end of today's episode, we move to Untucked. Spampton G. Spampton tells all the other queens that they are on the same level, except for Nemesis. Spampton is starting drama with Nemesis Sudo.
Hey, bestie.
Macho Mr. Nacho, welcome to the stream. Happy to see you, bestie. Happy to see you. Hey, bestie. We are in episode 4. The queens that have gone home so far are Light Yagami. After a top 2 performance, he was immediately eliminated by Goro Akechi. Goro Akechi the next week would land in the bottom again and send home Wheatley from Portal. Goro has been in 3 episodes, won 1 in the bottom for 2, and won a lip sync in all 3. Goro is truly proving himself to be the fan favourite of the season. Everyone wants to see him go far. Production are using him to eliminate the favourites. We are really connecting with him and his drama that he brings to the season. Moving to Untucked, however, Spampton, after his heart-to-heart with Sans last week, is just starting shit. He knows that Nemesis is part of a series that is not as popular as everyone else's, and he is willing to say out loud that she's just not on the same level as everyone. She's not. And he's not afraid to say it. She was never a sexy woman. She may fit the Komaeda archetype, but she doesn't have the fans to show for it. She may have a fan base, but she does not have a fan domination that everyone else does. She's not a true Komaeda, and he wants everyone to know it. Nemesis. gives him a glare. And she makes a mental note, and then a note in the confessionals that they may underestimate her, but she's been slaying every runway so far. And where have they been? In hair dust. She's not afraid of them, nor of their followings. She will be the fans' most hated queen if she has to be, because she is what? The sinner of wrath. And she will not be underestimated by this trash ban. Immediately afterwards, Sans and Monica join in a little reading challenge of each other. Honestly, it started with just Monica and Nemesis because Nemesis was feeling really shitty after the Spampton thing, and Monica was reading her for filth. Sans thought it was funny and got involved, and N was like, this could actually be a really good opportunity to practice my socialization with other human beings. So I'm going to join in and see how this reading thing works. Naturally, he does terribly. He does awful. N is hilariously bad. He's giving Tammy Brown, but everyone loves him, and so far the people at home do too. Sans and Josh share wigs. Josh takes one look at Sans, and he says to him straight up, "You've got no hair." He takes off his own hair and throws it at Sans. Sans looks beautiful, like a true Komaeda. Joshua immediately grows it all back because, once again, I cannot reiterate it enough, he is literally Jesus. Oh my god, Nagito and N hooked up. Nagito and N hooked up prior to the show. It comes out in Untucked. They talk about one another in the bedroom. This isn't the only person that we know Nagito's hooked up with. We know he has history with Sans. They were in a relationship. Perhaps they still are. They're not letting on. They haven't let on to production if they're just an open relationship or not. Nobody really knows. They keep giving each other lovelorn glances. But now it's come out that Nagito and N were fucking. Sans has no reaction. What could be the true drama here lurking beneath the surface? And more importantly, was N as good in bed as he is in battle? Nagito will not tell. Jack the Ripper, Fi and Monica all share personal memories to each other. Fi and Monica mostly are too scared to tell Jack to go away. It's a little scary because he only kills women. They are two of the few women in the competition. They're not sure if Nemesis counts as a woman because she's technically a god. And Mary's a literal child, so technically they're the only women, and therefore Jack is probably going to be targeting them. They're a bit too scared to tell him to go away, so they just go with it. Vi shares the story of her meeting her father, and Monica shares the story of the time she fucking murdered her friends. I don't know. N and Fi have a heartfelt moment about... About their I mean, it says about their families. About their families. They both have a lot in common with their particular family trees, and how they don't have the best relationship with their fathers. They don't really have mothers. It's a deep and heartfelt moment. Oh my god, this was the best two characters that could have had this prompt. Oh my god, I cannot think of two other characters in the cast. that could have done this. Play Blue Bird Lament, I think I would get the VOD uses. Nemesis, Sudo, and Joshua, what's that say? Had an argument and they cried. No, I can see this. Oh no, House, Twitch will mute anything that they recognize. If it's a game OST, they will probably recognize it. I'm trying to think of what I was going to say now. Oops. Nemesis and Josh have an argument and they both cry. I can see Nemesis fully bursting into tears, because her entire character is one just big load of repression. Joshua, I don't know. Look, these are the two gods of the competition. Nemesis, literally the god of hell. Joshua, the god of Shibuya. It's a case of, like, you know, two titans going up against one another. They finally feel understood. They finally feel like they've met someone that understands them. But in the same way, they're so different. They're not relatable to one another, and they clash, they headbutt. But they understand one another on a level that can't really be replicated. But they're both assholes. So true. I love the Untucked segments. Oh my god, the track record's Phi going up and down, high, low, high. Jack the Ripper, high and with a win. Sans coasting at the top of the competition. Kylo, very unstable placements. Monica consistently in the safe zone. Nagito clawing his way up. Joshua, playing it easy, honestly. So is still containing his power level. Spampton hasn't really done much since episode 1. Mary perfectly content with her redemption, episode 3. N not excelling right now, unfortunately. He's just not managing it. Not the clip. Goro Akechi, the lip sync assassin of the season, is starting to form. Nemesis. She's flopping, not gonna lie, Your Honor, she's flopping. Wheatley is dead. In the next episode's mini challenge, the queens will do a photo shoot about noodles. Nemesis, I guess she likes noodles? Not what I would imagine for her. But you know what? She takes good photos. She takes good photos. You can look up pictures of her. She looks good. She looks good. The queens will participate in a parody trailer about a popular TV series for this maxi challenge. Another comedy acting challenge. Team 1 is in trouble. Nemesis and N, notoriously bad comedians. Team 2, Kylo, Monica, Sans, and Jack the Ripper. Sans is going to have to carry this team's weight, unfortunately. Team 3, with 5 contestants. Joshua, Mary, Goro, Nagito, and Spampton. Can Spampton's severe, unintentional comedy chops carry them to the win? Will Joshua finally reveal his true power? Or will he be out the door before production takes notice of him? Sung a song as a catchy with Xander Mobius, so yeah, lip sync assassin makes sense. The queen's performances in the challenge. Nagito, Mary, So, Phi, Sans, Monica all had a great performance. It's looking good for Team 3 right now. They have a fair few in the top. Shockingly though, Phi and So from Team 1 in the top. Nagito and is here too for some reason. Monica and Sans repping group Team 2 as well. Oof, it's a tough one. Also, who did good? Goro, Joshua, Jack the Ripper, Spampton, Nemesis. They all coasted. Nemesis stepped her pussy up for this performance. She knew if she kept failing comedy challenges, acting challenges, she would be out the door. She couldn't afford it this time. N had a bad performance this week. He just can't scrape his way into the top. Definitely the fan favourite. Oh, we just want to see him succeed, but he keeps flopping. And the hard flop is Kylo Ren with his completely flat sense of humour. Is the bottom 2 decided just from this? Is this it? Proceed to the runway. The queens will bring it to the runway. The theme is goddess. Clearly, an advantage is had here by particularly Nemesis and Joshua as god and goddess. They might have this. To nobody's surprise, Nemesis is in the top of the runways and Josh is right there by her. What is surprising is Nagito, So, Monica and Spamton are there with them. They did not want to let the gods have this one. They said, I'ma be right there with you, bitch. Let me get up in this. The rest of our contestants have a pretty average showing. No one really flops this runway. It's hard to flop goddess, really. I mean, you just dress super elegant. Let's see how it goes from here. Judging based on tonight's performances, ladies. Joshua, Kylo Ren, Mary, Monica, Goro Akechi, Sans, Nagito, Jack the Ripper, Spamton, G. Spamton. You represent the best and the worst of the queens this week. So, bye, Nemesis, N. You're safe. Joshua, finally out of safe placement. He's in the top or the bottom. We'll have to see. The winner this week is Nagito Komaeda. Congratulations, you're the winner of this challenge, you icon. It is named after him. It is about goddamn time he got the respect on his name he deserved. Y'all were sleeping on my boy Nagito, but he is here to claim the crown that belongs to him. Mary, Joshua, Goro, and Spamton are all high. Goro getting his taste of the top once again. He is no longer a bottom two bitch. He is here in the top. Joshua, finally letting some of his true power show through, is also in the top. Spamton is just kind of great. Unfortunately, in our bottoms we have Kylo Ren, Monica, Sans, and Jack the Ripper. Will they take it? Who will be in the bottom this week? I was convinced it was going to be N, but who could it be? Monica and Sans, you're safe. That means the bottom two, Kylo Ren and Jack the Ripper. I'm so sorry, my dears. You're up for elimination. The girls are lip syncing for their lives tonight. A serial killer and the Dark Lord of the Sith. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Jack the Ripper has put on a performance that had all of London in shambles, that plagues the nation to this day. But Kylo Ren, Dark Jedi extraordinaire, is the dancer of the cast. Can Jack keep up with him? We'll have to see. The lip sync song is Blame It on the Edit by RuPaul, and Kylo has a bad lip sync, but Jack flops the lip sync. Jack was one of the front runners and he flopped. How's this going to play out? Jack the Ripper, Shantae, you stay. Kylo Ren sachets away. Production has chosen to save Jack the Ripper. Despite Kylo's performance being better than Jack's, Jack is simply too valuable to the contestant, to the show right now. Clearly riggery.
She's dead now. Yeah.
But let's be honest, Kylo was fully a filler queen.
She's dead now. Yeah.
There was no way Kylo was taking the crown. We move to Untucked. We talk about our feelings. Starting us off again is Spamton. He and Jack the Ripper learn their lip sync words together. Spamton convinced he's going to be in the bottom, even though he was literally one of the best of the competition. Mary, Fi, and Spamton get into a huge fight. Fi confronts Mary about all the horrible things she's done to adult people, telling her she's a child and she needs to learn to behave better, or she's just not going to make it in society. She can't keep making enemies. She condescends to her, calls her all sorts of things. Fi doesn't like that she can see her own attitude in Mary a million times made worse. She is projecting to a degree, but she's also completely right. Spampton joins in because he thinks it's funny. So Hiyori and Fi drank too many cocktails. Actually, you know what, 100%, if there were two people in this cast that I can see getting completely hammered together, it would absolutely be So and Fi. They have had hard lives. They have had hard lives. I feel like I can see them getting drunk together. Fi and So would be besties, I can see it. I can absolutely see it. Oh my god. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but top of the competition right now, our current frontrunners are Sans, Spampton, So, and Mary. Oh my goodness. Goro's track record all over the place, oh my god. Our first three eliminated. Is Sans gonna take it? And the poor guy, he can't make it into the top. Low safe, low safe. He's on the struggle bus this season. In today's mini challenge, the Queens will do wigs with past Drag Race contestants. Joshua immediately just grabs straight for himself Bob the Drag Queen, and he does that wig up like nobody's business. Josh likes working with larger than life hair. The only better choice for him would have been James Mansfield or Trixie Mattel. Josh takes it, and he styles that shit better than anyone else ever could. And he takes the win for this mini challenge. Joshua is finally starting to show his true power, and people, they should be scared. They should be scared of him. Today's challenge is the ball. The Queens will bring 3 looks to the runway. The themes are winter, rich, and princess. The clear standers out are Nemesis Sudo, proving once again that she is the look queen. She brings her winter outfit that she wore with her lover before shooting him in the fucking face and going on a revenge plotline. She brings an outfit that looks truly rich that she stole from her father's home before she burnt it to the ground. Covered in ashes, it is true eleganza and princess. She cosplays the legendary Princess Rillian from years past. She crafts it out of silk she finds in the workroom. She does her best and she slays. She is not just a look queen, she is a crafty queen. Spampton, to everyone's shock, brings materials purely from his dumpster and crafts 3 elegant ball gowns. But in true Bianca Del Rio fashion, they're just the same dress, but they are fashioned in such a unique way that you can't help but say he stood out. Nobody else even came close. Everyone else was just a snooze fest compared to these two. Nobody could keep up with them. But despite nobody doing truly terrible this week, we still have to have a winner, and we still have to have a bottom 2. Who's it going to be? Based on tonight's performances, Mary, Sans, Jack the Ripper, So Hiyori, Goro Akechi, Joshua. You're safe. The remaining queens represent the top and the bottom of the competition. Ladies, it's time to announce our winner. The winner of this week's Maxi Challenge is Nemesis Pseudo. Congratulations, you're the winner of today's challenge. Finally getting her flowers, you can see Nemesis's head thrown back. Finally happy to receive some validation. Despite her cold exterior, she is so happy to be acknowledged. She is happy to be seen. She is happy to be appreciated for her fashion sense, as it is truly validating, and it truly puts Spampton to shame, who looks positively pissed off because his words that harmed Nemesis's heart about her not being on the same caliber as everyone else, they have truly come home to roost, and you can tell she's relishing in this moment, and Spampton just wishes it was him instead. Nagito is making this exact expression that you can see in his portrait. Unfortunately, that means our bottom 3 are Fi, N, and Monica. The bottom 2 of the week are N and Phi, I'm sorry, my dears, but you're up for elimination. This is truly a shock. Phi, one of the expected front runners, without even a win, is in the bottom two. Monica, you're safe. Will N be sent home? Is this the end of his stumbling run? Or will he defeat Phi and stay in the competition against who could very well be one of the dark horses? We'll see. The lip sync song is Oh No by Marina, and both of them fit it perfectly. They give a standout performance. N is doing these amazing dances, matching the beat and rhythm of the song perfectly. He embodies Oh No in a way nobody expected. He is lip syncing like nobody thought he could. Nobody thought that he could do this. They just thought he was a filler queen. Phi, right next to him. She is doing her flips. She is doing her leaps. She is bringing it. Perhaps she's being too intense. Perhaps she's not matching the rhythm of the song, but she has all eyes on her. Her outfit flowing. They both are evenly matched. Who could be the winner? Who is going home? N, I'm sorry, my dear, it's not you. Phi Shantae, you stay. N, though it breaks my heart and breaks the heart of everyone at home that just wanted you to win, that saw you walk in with hope in your eyes and a song in your heart. We are blessed to have you in this competition, my dear. Now, sashay away. Phi is relieved. She was almost taken out already. She knows she has a lot more to offer. N knows he has a lot more to offer. This was a lip sync where it truly felt like both wanted to stay. They truly were evenly matched, and you know that when they gave one another a hug at the end of that performance, there was no ill will towards one another, and they were actively impressed with one another's performance. This is a friendship that will go beyond the competition because they respect one another. Phi may think N is naive, and N may think Phi is cold, but they have a bond that can only be shared by two people that were fighting one another in a lip sync to Marina and the Diamonds. We move to Untucked. Sans and Josh are talking a lot, and the others think that they're dating. Ooh, Nagito not the only one in that little relationship trying to get some extra squeeze. Nagito fucked N, now Sans is trying to get with Josh. Oh wow. Phi, Sans, Spampton, and Jack the Ripper are reading each other to filth. Phi is in her feelings. Spampton is in his feelings, but he knows he can't touch Nemesis right now. Phi knows it's not N's fault that she's in the bottom. Sans, as per usual, is just happy to be on the ribbing. Jack the Ripper is an arsehole. They're just happy to be mad. They're just happy to be going at each other. It's who they are. They're in it. Spampton G. Spampton threw a glass of water at Joshua. You'll remember when Spampton was cursing out the angel in Deltarune and saying, basically just saying the angel's not shit and that he will defy the angel. The angel was Joshua. It was specifically referring to Joshua. It always was. Spampton has had a rivalry with Joshua since before the competition because he feels Joshua is keeping him down. Joshua, however, has no idea what he's talking about and honestly just thinks he's kind of a creep. Sans and Nagito are sharing a deep secret to each other. Deep secret is that they're actually married and nobody else is allowed to know. Bing is in his ass. Bing is in. The track records are starting to come together. Nemesis, with her first win, has launched herself up the charts from the second last to nearer to the top. Not quite at the top, but that has redeemed her two low placements quite easily. Spampton, not falling below safe so far. Will he be the Ben de la Creme of the season? Nagito, truly on his comeback. Mary, losing a bit of steam, but hasn't quite gotten back to low yet. Sans. Yeah, you know what? This is a Sans track record. The episodes he's naturally good at, he does well in. The episodes that he doesn't do good in, it's just because he's too lazy. Jack the Ripper losing steam after his win. But he's back to safe. So, still playing it casual. Is he going to stand out in time, or will production be tired of him and just get rid of him? We have to wait and see. Is So playing the game a bit too safe? Who knows? Goro Akechi staying out of the bottom. Good for him. Good for him. He deserves some rest. 2 bottom 2 placements in a row. That's a lot for someone to deal with. Joshua, he's starting to show his true colours at a high placement and a mini challenge winner. He's definitely in the same boat as So, where he's tempering his power levels. He doesn't want to be seen as a frontrunner too early, or he might get the axe. Bye. No win in her first bottom 2 placement. Girl, this is not it. Monica, really losing steam. N out the door this episode. Oh god. In the next episode's mini challenge, it's a makeup tutorial with balls, and just like the nail polish with balls, Nemesis slays. She paints her face for the gods. She may or may not have been whispering to a key for advice, and we're not sure if that key counts as cheating, because it was technically telling her what to do, but we're counting it as a win, because it's just a key. I mean, what could it possibly do? It's not like it's possessed by a demon or anything. The queens will do outfits in a specific colour scheme for this challenge. It has to be design. Nagito and Josh had a great performance this episode, and Nemesis, the runway queen up to this point, has failed to create an outfit worthy of a top placement, it would seem. There's not much to say about the runway episodes, really. Nagito probably came out in a stunning white gown, filled with details pertaining to his talent. A black cat here and there, a black stepladder, full pop art. Maybe he's even glued shit to it. We know Nagito, we know he thinks outside the box, we know he's a bit weird. Probably what he done. Joshua, he probably just came out in his god outfit where it looks like he's glowing white. It's one of them. I don't think he could be beaten here. Based on tonight's performances, Nagito, Mary, Josh, Nemesis, Monica, Jack the Ripper, you represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Spampton, Phi, Goro Akechi. So, Sans, you may step to the back of the stage. You're safe. But who will take the win? Joshua gets his first win. Congratulations, you are the winner of today's challenge. The wins are being distributed across the queens. This is an evenly matched competition. Nagito, Komaeda, Monica, good job this week. You're safe. Unfortunately, our bottom 3 consist of Mary, Nemesis Sudo, and Jack the Ripper. Every single queen in the bottom has had a win so far. Which queen will be eliminated? Who's safe? Who's in the bottom? Ugo Jita saying Jack's going to be gone. Will it be Jack? Jack was just in the bottom too. No, he wasn't. It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Nemesis, you're safe. Jack the Ripper and Mary, I'm sorry, my dears, you're up for elimination. Oh, Jack is up against the one girl that he might not be able to rip on stage. Will Mary be able to outdo Jack the Ripper? Proceed. The lip sync song is Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. Mary has a great lip sync. Mary looks dead into the cameras and she's thinking of Eben Gary. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. And I'm leaving the painting world because I am. Mary embodies the song. Mary proves that even if she is 12 years old in appearance and literally not real, she's real enough to take this bitch out. The result, to nobody's surprise, Mary Shantae, you stay. Nobody could beat Mary in this lip sync. She was fired up. She was ready to defend her competition. That win that she got really energized her. She knew that this was her competition. She had to fight for it. She was ready. She was not going home. She refused. She did the full-on splits in stage, even though her legs are not made to bend that way. She embodied the song. She did the air guitar. She was ready. Jack the Ripper was eliminated on the spot. Sashay away, Jack. You didn't make it to Snatch Game, I'm afraid. We move to Untucked. The animosity between Spampton and Nemesis suddenly makes so much more sense as it comes out they hooked up prior to the show. Nemesis's Nemosi got fucking spammed by that Spampton nose. She said, oh, I need some dick. I need some. And I need to get it from the most unattractive, horrible man ever. She was walking through an alleyway one day, and this ugly piece of shit came out of a dumpster, and she said yes. She looked at him and she said yes. Goro Akechi, Fi, and Mary get into a huge fight. Fi, mostly just because she doesn't like Mary. Goro, because he doesn't like anyone. Mary was flared up from being in the bottom, but she had fight in her, and she showed it in Untucked. There was one thing that Goro would note in the confessionals. It's that Fi's attitude towards Mary, it is simply making her too biased. Goro can see in the way that she fervently defended herself in Untucked that she was gonna slay that lip sync. So when it finally happens, Goro just nods. Like, yeah, of course. This is inevitable. Mary was ready. If she had to lip sync for her life, she was motherfucking ready to do so. Mary and Monica talk about saving each other. I don't know how that would work because this isn't an All-Stars season, but they're talking about saving each other apparently. Maybe it's a girl thing, like they're just having a kiki. They're just, bonding. Like, sis, I would so save you. Monica's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. If I could be in the bottom instead of you, I so would. The girls here have really, really opened my eyes to female friendship. I used to do anything for the attention of a man, but now I understand. I just want to leave here as friends. All 4 of us girls are still here. I want it to stay that way. They start crying. We have finally got relationships forming in the rec room. Fi and Mary have declared each other enemies. The girls are fighting. Goro declares Mary an enemy. He wants to fight her. He wants to beat her. He wants her to go to the top with him so he can kill her himself. Proceed. The track records are coming together. Lovely. Look at this. It is truly shocking to see how this is turning out. Joshua has fully revealed his true potential by jumping from safe straight to a win. Mary is greater than Sherry. I mean, Mary never sexually assaulted anyone or catfished anyone. She was a liar and a murderer. But I mean, she's not a predator. So there's that. A gunshot sounds out as the police see Jack the Ripper in the parking lot. In today's mini-challenge, the queens will do makeup tutorials with hip pads. It's like they just want to give Nemesis all the wins. They're giving them these fashion challenges, these little makeup challenges. This is Nemesis's shit. She showed up to an assassination job with painted nails, a floor-length dress, and a matching colour scheme to her outfit. She even matched the flames outside, blue to red. She was not fucking around. And she is taking these mini-challenge wins. The queens will act, once again, another acting challenge in 60s-inspired film about phone apps. Team 1 consists of Monica, Mary, Nagito Komaeda, 3 queens that have so far done pretty alright in acting challenges. Team 2 will consist of Sans, Josh, and Spampton G. Spampton. Not much to say there. A very weak set of actors, but maybe they could pull through. Team 3, Goro, Nemesis, So, and Fi. If they can pull the weight of Goro Akechi, perhaps Team 3 can make it work, but it would take a lot of work on the part of So and Fi. In terms of the Queen's performances, it's looking good for Team 2 as Joshua and Sans slay the performance. Spampton tries. Mary and So carrying their teams to the top as best they can. Spampton, Monica, Goro, Fine, Nemesis all have good performances, but Nagito letting his team down. Ooh, is that going to cost Team 1 the win? Is Team 1 the bottom 3? We'll find out as we move to the runway. Category is Retro. Surprising no one given their performances on the runway so far, Nemesis and Spampton bring it to the runway. Is there any shock? What week have Spampton and Nemesis not been bringing it to the runway? These are the runway queens of the season. This dumpster man and the salty anime girl with a pistol. She and he were made to dominate this competition. Their rivalry for one another, their former hookup, it all comes together. They're in the same fields. They make runway they're runway models. They're designers. They have different styles, but their shared lifestyle led to a hookup. It led to the seething hatred that they have for each other now. Everyone else, bar Sans and Phi, do alright on the runway, but Sans and Phi, ooh, my darlings, is that going to land us in the bottom? Not looking good for Sans, Phi, or Nagito. Proceed. Based on tonight's performances, Sans, Goro, Joshua, Nemesis, Spampton, So, and Phi, you represent the best and the worst, the tops and the bottoms. Mary, Monica, and Nagito are safe. And the dreaded question is asked to all the queens. Who should go home tonight? And why? We start with Phi. Phi says Goro Akechi because of their runway looks throughout the season. Phi calls out Goro on the stage for phoning it in on the runway, and it's true. Goro has not been performing up to scratch on the runway. His challenge performances have been up and down, but consistently on the runway he has been flopping. He has been average, he has been below average, he's been fading into the background, and Phi is 100% right to call it out. Sans said Nemesis Pseudo because of their performance in this challenge and their runway look. Sans was not a fan of one of the top runway looks of the week. Sans has interesting taste. Goro and Nemesis so far taking the comments well. Goro Akechi says Phi because she is resting on being pretty. Goro said, fuck you, you untalented whore. Fuck you, you bitch. You have no quality talent. You just pretty. Win a challenge, maybe. Phi took it great. She wasn't too mad. So said Nemesis because they had done well so far, so bombing looked worse. My god, so. So looked at this bitch and said, you're doing so well so far, so why did you flop so hard today? Nemesis was very upset by this. Fresh off of Sans' comments, she was reeling. Spampton said Phi because of their performance in this challenge and their runway look not being up to scratch. As one of the runway queens, he does have a leg to stand on. Phi once again taking it in stride. I would be careful about upsetting Nemesis. Last time someone pissed her off, she nuked the world. Joshua said Goro Akechi because they had done well so far, so again, bombing looked worse, and Goro was unbothered. Nemesis said Goro. Nemesis said Goro Akechi because this is not really a school for kids, it's a competition for the best of the best. Goro Akechi felt very upset. I fucking bet he did. Oh my god, she just called. That was the best read of the night. Holy shit. Nemesis girl. I mean, I like her. She's my favourite of Ilya's character, that's why I included her. But I wasn't expecting her to be this much of a girl boss. Joshua, congratulations, you're the winner. The bottom two are Goro and Phi. Back in the bottom. Goro and Phi are the bottom two once again. On separate weeks, they've both been on the bottom, and they've both served good lip syncs. Goro has won 3 lip syncs so far, Phi has won 1. But both of them consistently have done well. Can Fi beat Goro? Can Fi beat the lip sync assassin of the season? And will she recover from these bottom placements? Proceed. The lip sync song is You Wear It Well by RuPaul. Goro does well, but Fi flops. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is the end for Fi. Goro Akechi for the third week in the bottom. Shantae, Yusuke, Fi, it is time to sashay away, I'm afraid. Fi, you came into this competition a star, and everyone knows exactly
She's dead now. Yeah.
how much of a star you are. But perhaps your star shone too bright. Perhaps you were not meant to be in Komaeda's drag race. My darling, we will all miss you dearly. Now, sashay away. Moving to Untucked. The queens go to sit and talk about their feelings for this episode. So and Spampton think that they're being overlooked by the judges. Pretty fucking bold of Spampton to say that since he has one of the best track records so far. But I imagine So is fully bullshitting him to get on his side. Joshua and So smoke some cigarettes together. This is what I mean. Okay, this is what I mean. So and Josh are the sleeper threats of this competition. Them smoking together is them clocking each other. They took one look. Look at the fact that they have the same facial expression. They know exactly what one another is here to do. They are here to be stealthy and they are here to take wins. They know that one another's a threat, and they know that they're going to have to take the other out at some point. But for now, all that there is respect and camaraderie. Mary, Monica, and Nagito Komaeda shared personal memories to each other. There's not much I can do with this, to be honest. I mean, Mary's a painting, Monica's a video game character, Nagito is Nagito. They bond over the fact that their lives are shit and they're doomed. Fuck if I know. Spampton and Joshua are fucking. Why is everyone fucking each other? I don't understand. Why are they all fucking? What's the tea, sis? What's the tea? Sans, Josh, and Mary share person. Mary is trauma dumping on everyone. Mary is going to anyone that will listen and saying, do you want to hear about my trauma? I mean, she's like 12, so it's fair. 12-year-olds are notorious for oversharing. It is what it is. Mary and Goro are enemies. Mary and Fi are enemies. Spampton and Fi. Fi is taking enemies in this competition before she left. Before she left, she had everyone hating her. And you know what? We stan. We stan. We absolutely stan. Proceed. At this point, 5 queens have been eliminated. We are halfway through the season, given our 2 non-elimination episodes. Azure, after sticking a bunch of gay bitches in the same room, why are they fucking? Since we are at what is almost definitely the midway point of this season, we're going to have a small intermission and pee break. Y'all, go piss. We will be right back. Girls, gays, and theys, we are back. Welcome back. So far in the competition, we are having a wild ride. Joshua has taken 2 Maxi Challenge wins in a row after performing safely the entire season. So is starting to slip into the bottom. Is he playing it too conservative? We will see. Nemesis, after her 1 win, falling into the low placements again, her only saving grace being her 4 mini challenge wins. Nagito resting on high, resting on safe, it is what it is. Fi has finally left us and left the competition. Goro cements himself as a lip sync assassin. If he gets eliminated, we know who's winning the lip sync smackdown for the crown. In today's mini challenge, they will do a photo shoot about a partner. So wins because, I mean, he has experience with fixating on his partners a lot. Perhaps to an unhealthy and abusive degree, or perhaps to the degree of emulating them in a sense that he probably shouldn't. He's particularly good at fixating on individuals, I will say. I was taken too early. Today's challenge is Snatch Game. The queens will do impersonations. Sans slayed the challenge. Of course he fucking did. Of fucking course Sans slays the Snatch Game. Why wouldn't he slay the Snatch Game? It's the comedy improv performance where you act as another person. Of course Sans is going to do well. Why wouldn't he do well? Of course Sans wins the Snatch Game. So finally has a great performance, but it might be too late. Spampton, Monica, Josh, Nagito, and Mary all have good performances. Goro and Nemesis, the clear bottoms, I'm afraid. Let me just make some guesses as to what each queen did for the Snatch Game real quick. Now, let's be real. Sans did Papyrus. 100%. He did his brother. There is no question. He did his brother. Like, we're not debating that. So is already impersonating someone else. So the character that he performs is a little abstract, a little weird. Apparently the character's name is Shin Tsukimi. We don't actually know much about him, but he made Rue laugh. That's all there is to say. He made Rue laugh. Nobody really knows who Shin Tsukimi is, though. Spampton absolutely played Phil Swift. That is a Phil Swift Snatch Game right there. Monica, it's hard to say. Probably a Meryl Streep character, though. I'm picturing The Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep. I think she would land a very safe performance. I can't see her doing too great. Can't see Monica with their comedy chops doing this. Joshua, he's a comedian, but he's more of a planner than an improver. It is what it is. He probably did some really abstract figure from olden days, you know, because he's Jesus. Couldn't really say who he'd be. Alexander the Great, maybe? Nagito. He did Makoto Naegi. Mary dressed up as Guertaina. I don't have anything for Mary. I'm sorry. It's hard to make Mary funny. She's a child. Goro flops as Masayoshi Shido. It's basically just a hate performance. And Nemesis performs to her best ability as the Vocaloid Gumi. Proceed. The queens will bring it to the runway, and the theme is surprise. What's the surprise, though, doll? What's the surprise? Nemesis slays the runway once again. If Nemesis ever gets eliminated, we will be left without her amazing runways, and it will be a true tragedy. Sans, Nagito, and Goro have great runways. Goro trying to claw his way off the bottom with Nemesis, but once again, falls just short. Sans shockingly has a good runway for once. He puts effort into something. Maybe it's because he knows that this is the one challenge he can actually win. Nagito I mean, he's a fashion dude. He's not great at it, but he's alright. It makes sense. Spampton, G. Spampton, his trash bag couture just did not cut it this time. It was alright. Nothing special. Monica, once again, nothing special. Joshua, nothing special. Joshua decided that he'd have an off day today. Mary, shockingly, did poorly. So, despite doing good in the challenge, bad on the runway. Darling, that'll cost you a top placement. Let's see the winner of the Snatch Game. The tops and the bottoms of the week. Sans, Nemesis, So, Goro, Spampton, Mary. You are the best and the worst of this week. The tops and the bottoms. Monica, Joshua, Nagito. You may return backstage while we deliberate and give critiques. Sans, congratulations, you're the winner of today's challenge. To nobody's surprise, the skeleton of comedy. Tumblr Sexy Man #1. The Sans Undertale takes the Snatch Game for himself. In a performance as Papyrus that rivals the great Snatch Game performances of Tatiana as Britney Spears or Gottmik as herself. So Hiyori and Spampton are safe. Nemesis, Goro, and Mary are the bottoms of the week. Could this be Nemesis in the bottom? Could this be Goro in the bottom? Could this be Mary in the bottom? Everyone here has been in that bottom placement at least once. Who could be saved? Nemesis's runway saves her once again as Goro and Mary, the two queens of the competition bringing us drama and entertainment, are placed in the bottom. Who's gonna take it? Who's gonna take it? Mary, Goro, the lip sync assassin, or the redemption queen? The lip sync is Conqueror by Estelle, and Goro does good, but Mary just flops. Oh no, Mary. Is this it? Is this Goro's lip sync assassin era? Goro is hanging in with every tooth and nail he has. The only good Persona character. Show result. Mary Shantae, you stay! The fourth time in the bottom was too much for the judges. Goro's fourth time in the bottom, he's eliminated. He is eliminated from the competition. As is tradition on Drag Race, the fourth time you're in the bottom, you just can't win anymore. Goro Akechi, you've served us constant lip sync elegance. This competition will not be the same without you. Now, sashay away. In Untucked, Spampton chats mad shit about So's makeup and style. And he's absolutely right. Spampton is a full-on... He lives in a dumpster. But So dresses worse than him. That says a lot about So as a person. Because So has a home. Yet Mary should not have won the lip sync. This is a season with Riggery enabled. So Goro being in the bottom 3 times means that like in the actual show Drag Race, the judges in this simulator would probably not let him go any further, because if you've had that many bottom placements, they just throw you to the wolves. Monica and Sans started to cry after talking about their families and similarities in life. Okay, actually that's kind of meta, I'm not gonna lie. Sans is aware that timelines are resetting and that he's trapped in a never-ending loop with his brother and he's the only one aware of it. And Monica is aware that she's in a video game and can never be a real person or feel real love. These two would have a great, like, bar conversation, not gonna lie. Nemesis, Sans, and Komaeda get into a huge fight. Nemesis comes for Sans and Nagito. She says to their faces that it's so obvious that they're dating, and the fact that they're hiding it is miserable, and they hate it. Mary and Sohiori kiss each other. It's one of those, like, cute little kisses that you would give a big brother. One of the few things about So is that he has intense big brother energy, as his relationship with Kana shows. Mary really resonates with that, and she needs some good luck going forward. She's never had a sibling figure in her life, so when someone like So shows up who is so eager to protect younger, more vulnerable, more weak people, as he sees himself in them, Mary really resonates with them and gives him a peck on the cheek as thanks. Probably calls him Big Bro. It's a whole thing. Very cute. The dynamic is adorable. Relationships. Sans and Josh are friends. Spampton still holding on to hate for Fi. Mary and Goro still enemies. Mary still cursing Fi's name. And that is untucked. Goro and Fi, one out after the other. Oh, the upset. Goro and Fi. I wanted them to go all the way. Nemesis's track record. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, Nemesis's track record is a fucking mess. I love it. She's not been in the bottom yet, though. It's looking like the frontrunners for this competition are Joshua and Sans. Who would have thought? Sans and Josh. I'm kind of gagged by that, honestly. Another mini challenge, another win for Nemesis because it's another makeup challenge. Good lord, give them something other than makeup or Nemesis is gonna keep winning. Good lord, man. It's like you want her to win. This simulator says, hey, have we given them enough makeup challenges yet? Does Nemesis have enough wins? No? Okay, we'll give them another one. Proceed. The remaining queens will record vocals and perform in a girl group. It's the mid-season song, everyone. It's the mid-season Drag Race song. 2 teams do girl group numbers. Show up queen. Because she's a show up queen. Show you what I mean. Team 1 consists of Spampton, G Spampton, Mary, Sans, and Sohiori. Team 2 consists of Nemesis, Nagito, Joshua, and Monica. It is looking good for Team 2 here. They have some strong vocals. The great performances of the week are Monica, Sans, and Nemesis. Sans, were you able to bring your team to victory? We will see. Joshua, So, and Spampton, G Spampton had great performances. Mary and Nagito dragged down their respective teams by flopping. They don't even do bad, they fully flop. Oh no. Oh my god, one person from each team flopped. Oh god. Who's going to win the Show Up Queen challenge? Clearly none of this is going to be selling well on iTunes. Proceed. The runway. Will the runway break the ties? The queens must bring it to the runway. Runway. Run, run. The theme is Fascinator. Let's go. Nagito slays his first runway. Nagito, you queen. You flop the challenge and you slay the runway. You said to Mary, eat shit, you 12-year-old cunt. I am going out there and I am kicking your shins. So and Spampton, G Spampton. Great runways all around. Everyone else just kind of does average. Poor Mary, she has been in the bottom this week. Oh, it's not looking good. Proceed to judging. There are no safe placements directly. Everyone is high or low. We only have tops and bottoms now, everyone. We are at top 8. Only the tops and bottoms remain. The winning team is Monica, Nemesis, Josh, and Nagito. They're the winning team, and the bottom team is Spampton, Mary, Sans, and So. But Sans and So are safe, so Spampton and Mary are in the bottom. This is Spampton, one of our frontrunners' first bottom placements. You can tell she's shook. Spampton was in the bottom before Nemesis. Nemesis and Spampton's rivalry has been legendary so far, and now one of them is at the top and the other is in the bottom 2. Spampton has to win this against Mary or he's done. How's he gonna do? We have to proceed. Just like Chris says to Noel so many times, and Spampton no doubt knows, we must proceed. Spampton has a good lip sync, but Mary flops, and it is to When I Think of You by Janet Jackson. Spampton does amazing to a Janet Jackson song. That is not what I would have pictured for him, but you know what? Work it, girl boss. He brings out that full Spampton Neo goodness, and he serves us Janet Jackson realness. Puppet on a string, cunt motherfucker. He is serving and slaying. Yas, Mama Queen God. Versace boots the house down. Charlie XCX. Oh, also Mary flopped. Anyway, Spampton, Shantae, you stay. Mary, my darling, you have had the best storyline so far, and we are not sure what we're going to do without you. That low placement to a win immediately was kind of iconic. Nobody's really replicated that since. We're so sorry we have to see you go. This was the challenge that you flopped in episode 1, so of course, now we get to it again, and of course, we'll miss you. But you won our hearts. You pulled us into your painted world. Sashay away, before the tears become too much. Untalked at the end of the episode, the queens go to sit and talk about their feelings. Nagito and Josh are betting on who will eat a dragonfly for $100. The correct answer is Nemesis. Spampton G. Spampton has officially had it with Nemesis Suda. No! Spampton is mad. Spampton came up and said, "You should not be here. You should not be in the top. You should be in the bottom. You are not a performing queen. You cannot sing. I did so much better than you." And this is interspersed with him advertising his products. It is so hard for him to accept that Nemesis outperformed him this week. He's angry. He wants her gone. He wants her to leave. She has been nothing but winning or low this entire time, and he's sick of it. Nagito, Komaeda, and Spampton G. Spampton are talking about how someone tried to drown her in the ocean. It was probably Nemesis. It was probably Nemesis that tried to drown Spampton, I'm not gonna lie. Then again, it could be anyone. I can think of a lot of people that might want to drown Spampton. Just saying. Spampton and So drink too many cocktails. Are you telling me Spampton won the lip sync against Mary drunk? Spampton got fucking hammered and went out and killed it to Janet Jackson. Are you kidding me? No, I want to see that. Why can we not simulate that, like, in video? I want to see that. I want to see Spampton G. Spampton after having too many Prosecco's killing it to When I Think of You. What am I supposed to say to this other than, yeah, I want to see this? Also, of course, So gets drunk. He's miserable. He hates his life. Sans and Nemesis are enemies. He's had it with her. Sans and Joshua are friends. Spampton and Fire enemies. Spampton has let go of his hatred to anyone else. It's just Fire he can't let go of the hatred towards. Proceed. The real miracle here is Nemesis's track record. High, low, low, safe. High, low, 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 win. 5 mini challenge wins. Let's be real here. Joshua is the clear frontrunner. He has 3 wins overall. However, it is important to note Sans has been in the top 2 once as well. Monica has been in a high team once. Spampton has been high consistently. Nagito has been high consistently and has never been below safe. This is anyone's game. Time to clip. Girls, it's the it's the reading challenge. Oh my god, the mini challenge this week is the reading challenge. Finally, something Nemesis is probably going to lose. First up, tonight the queens will read each other for filth. First up is Monica. She comes over, puts her contact lenses in, and she says to Nagito, "Have you ever tried eating your makeup so you'll be pretty on the inside too?" A scathing read, because as we all know, Nagito is in fact a horrible person. To Sans, "Oh wow, is that Dumbo flying in?" A very weak read from Monica, given that Sans actually has no ears, so this joke makes 0 sense. I'm not seeing a lot of strength from Monica so far. Sans is up next in the reading challenge. To Spampton G. Spampton, I don't blame you for not being a great makeup artist. There's not many things you can do with coffee grounds and gasoline. A scathing blow to Spamton's wealth class. Spams is their ship name. Sans acknowledging that Spamton lives in a dumpster. He's acknowledging that Spamton is too poor to buy actual makeup. Spamton has been doing his best with what he can, but Sans is not letting him escape by. Sans is willing to let him have it. To So He Already, Sans says, "Honey, don't you know a thing about doing a manicure and a pedicure? Fix them hooves, honey." I can see this. See, this has layers because So is absolutely the kind of person who would bite his nails. So this is kind of just confirming my headcanon that So is a chronic nail biter. Good reads from Spamton. Good reads so far. Next up is Nemesis. Will she flop it? To So He Already, "I bet R. Kelly wouldn't even piss on you." Okay, Nemesis is going straight for the jugular. She's not trying to be creative. She is trying to make these girls understand that she hates them. To Monica, the face of a superstar. Podcasting! Oh no, poor Monica! Oh no, that one's mean! Joshua, if this was an actual thing, Joshua would absolutely be the one that won is the thing, because Joshua is Joshua, but we'll see how the simulator portrays him. To Sans, "Sweetie, I'm sorry, if you don't have a wristband, you can't be back here for the meet and greet." That's a Tatiana read. I love that one because of how subtle it is. It's powerful. It's really powerful. I admire it. To Spamton, meh, forget it. That one's very Josh. Both of these are very Josh, honestly. They're very catty, and they're also very low effort. Josh in general gives the vibes of someone that wouldn't waste his time on people that he doesn't think deserves it. And I feel like that's how he feels about Spamton. He thinks Spamton is going home next opportunity. You've sent me an image on Telegram. Oh no. Leo, what am I about to open? You went to an open AI and typed this in. Are you fucking with me right now? Let me just get this up on stream for everyone. Let me just image. This is what Leo just sent me. He went to an AI generator and typed in the prompt, "Spamton on RuPaul's Drag Race stage, winning the lip sync whilst drunk." This is not what Spamton looks like. But, honestly, the child on the left of her does look small enough to be Mary, so I'm willing to take this as canon. Let's continue. Spamton does kind of sound like a drag name, thinking on it. So He Already is next up for the mini challenge of the reading challenge to Spamton. G Spamton, if I threw a stick, would you leave? That one feels just cold-blooded enough to be so. Like, it's genuinely cruel on a level that I can imagine so being. To Nagito Komaeda, you look like the kind of person who enjoys hemorrhoids. No, wait, why is he right? Nagito does kind of look like he'd enjoy hemorrhoids. Why does that work? I don't know why that works, but it does. Like, that's such a bad read, but it works. Does that make it a good read? Some strong showing so far. Next is Spamton G Spamton. To Monica, sister to sister, let me give you some advice. Don't ever be ashamed of who you are. That's your parents' job. A bit too wordy. A bit too wordy. And also, Monica doesn't have parents because, you know, she's an AI. You tried. To Nagiso, I'm looking for a new apartment. How much are you charging for the vacant space between your ears? No, 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 no. You should not do poor Nagito that way. He has a lot of brains, he's just very bad at using them. And last but not least, Nagito Komaeda. To Nemesis Pseudo, the only bitch actually brave enough to read Nemesis so far. I remember when you were dressed up as a cockroach on the runway. That's the closest you can get to Nagito would never be smart enough to say that. To his lover, Sans Undertale. At this point, you really should just make like your hairline and recede. That's not fair. He's a skeleton. He doesn't have hair. That's not a fair one. That was bullying. Spampton G. Spampton has won the mini challenge. Honestly, I disagree. I think he did the worst. I think that was a poor choice. Queens will participate in a dance number about Drag Race. Queen's performance. Monica had a great performance alongside Nagito. Could this be Monica's first win? Everyone else did good. The theme of this runway is spring. Monica, Nagito, Nemesis, and Josh have great runways. So, Spampton and Sans are bad runways. Nothing new there. Could this be Monica or Nagito's first win? This could be Nagito's second win, or Monica's first. Ooh. I think your internet's fucking because OBS is completely fine. I'm not getting any reported frame drops. Is everyone else able to see me okay? Let me know. Okay. Yeah, okay, seem to be all good. We will proceed on. So Hiyori is the only candidate called safe. He is middle of the road. Everyone else is the top or the bottom. Monica, congratulations, you're the winner of today's challenge. This is Monica's first win, everyone. Put your hands together for Monica T-posing on top of the competition. She truly deserves it. Nagito and Nemesis, good job this week, you're safe. I think this is Nemesis's first high placement, like where she's safe and not low. Joshua, Sans, and Spampton are the bottoms. These are all three very powerful candidates. Monica looks like someone from Pop Tech. Or whoever ends up in the bottom here, this is going to be heartbreaking. I do not want this. I do not want any of these characters to leave. But then again, I like everyone that's left in the competition quite dearly, except for Nagito. Joshua, you're safe. The bottom two are Spampton, G. Spampton, and Sans. The Toby Fox duo. The two that had a heart-to-heart and connected on a level that nobody else did. Oh no. What's gonna happen? The lip sync song is Killer Queen by Queen, and they both do bad. They don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. They care about each other too much. They don't have it in them to perform to their fullest. Spampton is drained from the competition, and Sans doesn't want to send his friend home. This... Actually, Sparky, the poll is not going to call here as definitely done or not, because we do have the lip sync for redemption. So one eliminated queen is eventually going to come back to the competition. We don't know if that'll be Sans or not. Either way. Sans, Shantae, you stay. Spampton, she, Spampton, the front runner. Sheer heart attack. Spampton seemed to have a sheer heart attack from all this. Oh my god. Spampton, my dear. Your storylines, your interactions, everything about you was perfect this season. You truly gave us a season of Drag Race worth watching. And even if you made us censor half of your dialogue so we wouldn't get sued or wouldn't give free advertising, we still will miss you here. At the end of the episode, the queens go to sit and talk about their feelings. Sans, Josh, and So decide to campaign to send the eliminated queen home? The betrayal. The drama. Sans wasn't guilty at all. Sans was trying to get Spamton in the bottom the entire time. He betrayed him. Sans in his villain era? Or maybe he just thought Spamton had gone too far in his attacks on Nemesis. We don't know. Sans, Josh, and Nagito have formed a clique, as they should, because they're all terrible. Nagito threw a glass of water at Joshua, presumably because Joshua deserves it. Sans still hates Nemesis, Sans and Josh are still besties. Can't keep up with all this drama, it's too much. It's too much. The frontrunners right now, Monica, coming off of a long safe placement with 2 wins. Nagito, 2 wins. Nemesis, 2 wins and a high placement. So, not a single win. Not Sans, 1 win, 1 top 2. Josh, our clear leader here with 3 wins and only 1 placement below safe. Josh could be the one that takes the crown here, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pals. This could be it. In today's mini-challenge, the queens will do wigs with a celebrity. Nemesis wasn't feeling it today, so Nagito decided to take it. It's the makeover challenge. The queens will make everyday people their drag sisters. Joshua and Nemesis, to nobody's surprise, dominate. But Monica and Nagito also in the top. So and Sans, to nobody's surprise, cannot do makeup that well. Nemesis, pseudo congratulations, you're the winner of today's challenge. Nemesis winning the makeover challenge, making over her drag partner. She said 7 deadly sins couture. She brought it. She served. She slayed. She's the runway queen. Josh and Monica are in the top. We have no clean, safe placements anymore. The bottom 3 are Sans, So, and Nagito. But who will be the bottom 2? Could it be Sans for the 2nd week in a row? Nagito, you're safe. I'm sorry, Sans and So, but you're up for elimination. Oh my goodness. Sans and So are in the bottom 2 together. This is So's first bottom placement. So hasn't had a win yet. Sans has. Is Sans going to be able to bring up the energy to send So home? Or, we haven't seen So lip sync. Could So be a lip sync assassin in disguise? He can certainly run his mouth. So has been cruising a lot. He's been resting on Pretty. Proceed. So had a good lip sync, but Sans had a bad lip sync to let it go by... Oh my god. No relation to Jacob Levy. Oh my god. Is this it for Sans? Is this it for Sans Undertale? Sans Shantae, you stay. So Hiyori robbed in his first bottom placement. Sashay away. Oh my god, So has just got... Y'all, So just got the Jan edit. No, pause. So just got the Jan edit. So has been not given wins the entire season. So has been safe the entire season, regardless high, low, or regular safe. Was not given wins when he very well could have been given wins. And then his first time in the bottom, he's eliminated immediately. He's literally been given the Jan edit. I'm gagged. Can we say So fan favorite? Because my god, his fan base is going to explode after this. So is an All-Stars competitor for sure. They're going to want him back. For now, though, he will sashay away. At the end of the episode, the queens go to sit and talk about their feelings. Sans, Nemesis, and Monica think that they are being overlooked. Sans is starting to let those bottom 2 placements get to his head. I can just hear the rain just suddenly starts to fucking pour outside. Holy shit. Let's hope that doesn't fuck with the stream quality too much. Nemesis is honestly just salty that she got so many low placements. Monica is happy that she's finally being seen and is talking about how she felt in the past. Sans, Monica, and Nagito have formed a... Jesus Christ, pick a click and stick with it. Monica and Sans kiss each other. Fuck it, why not? Why not? Why wouldn't they? Everyone else has been kissing. Why wouldn't they? feel like Monica's just desperate for some physical intimacy at this point. She's the kind of person that if she goes without, like, a lover's attention for too long, she will die. Relationships, Josh and Sans are still besties. Nemesis and Sans are still enemies. Monica and Sans are friends. This roster is getting packed with red, and what's left is filled with blue. It looks like Sans may be the next out based on the track records. Look at this. The top four all seems clear. But can Sans pull it out? Or will one of the eliminated queens claw their way back into the competition for the finale? Bring in the puppets. The queens will parody each other using puppets, and Nemesis wins a fucking comedy challenge for once. Oh my god. She must have been roasting whoever she got. Holy shit. Damn. She let her hatred out for this one. Queens will participate in a parody trailer of Drag Race itself for this maxi challenge. Sans did a great performance, of course. It was an acting comedy challenge. Of course, Sans is going to do well. Josh and Nagito, good performances all around. But the worst were by far Nemesis and Monica. The girls. No, the girls are in the bottom. No, misogyny, we're losing the girlies before the finale. Proceed. It's time to bring it to the runway. The theme is gold once again because we were recycling this for the third fucking time. Monica had a great runway. She was better than Nemesis in the runway. She's just... oh my goodness me. Nemesis, Josh, and Komaeda all have good runways. Sans, bad on the runway, great in the performance. Will it cost him the win? Sans, congratulations, you're the winner. Nemesis and Josh, I'm sorry, my dears, you're up for elimination. Oh my fucking god, guys, no. These two are contenders for the crown. Josh and Nemesis both have like 3 wins. These are 2 of the frontrunners. Guys, if whoever goes home here, we lose a frontrunner. Joshua is clearly the one with more wins, but I don't know. Is he a better lip syncer than Nemesis? I can't remember the stats. Oh god, I'm scared. Proceed. Josh had a bad lip sync and Nemesis flopped. It's not right, but it's okay. It clearly wasn't right, nor was it okay. It clearly wasn't. Show results. Joshua, Shantae, you stay. Nemesis, my queen, eliminated right before the end. Sashay away. You outlived Spampton, and that's all that matters. God versus God. Josh came out on top, but just barely. We will miss you, Nemesis. Her first bottom 2 placement, and it's the one that takes her out after a stellar performance. The lip sync smackdown begins! I hope you all didn't forget about the lip sync smackdown. The eliminated queens every week up in the competition have been lip syncing against one another to get their way back in the competition. The first 2 eliminated queens, Light Yagami and Wheatley, the time has come for you to lip sync for your redemption. Good luck and don't fuck it up. Dreaming by Blondie. Light Yagami, Shantae, you stay. Wheatley, it's not your time, my dear. Next up, Kylo Ren versus Light Yagami. I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross. Who's gonna take it? Kylo Ren, Shantae, you stay. Light Yagami just couldn't make it past Ren. Ren's dancing skills, I hope you all didn't forget them, because he danced circles around Light. Rest in piss. Up next, we have Kylo versus N. Oh goodness me. The song is Think by Aretha Franklin. N, Shantae, you stay. Oh goodness. N proving that he was taken before his time, that his lip sync chops can stand up with the best of them, but can he keep it up? Can he climb his way back into the competition, or will we continue our pattern of round-robin knockouts? N's next opponent is Jack the Ripper himself. The song is Trouble by Pink. Oh no, it's clearly a song that favours Jack the Ripper because he is trouble in this town. But oh good lord, N is giving it his all, and I've made my decision. N Shantae, you stay. Jack the Ripper, the police are outside. Deserved. Up next, we have the robbed queen of the season, N versus Phi. The time has come. It's Fancy by Iggy Azalea and Charlie XCX. This song favours both queens. Both of these queens are fancy as shit, and they could run this. But I think Phi might be doing Charlie's verse a bit better than N. Will it play out, though? We will see. N Shantae, you stay for the third week in a row. Oh my god, N is taking names. N is not fucking around. N is on his way back into the competition. Okay, Thane, I'll hydrate. My throat is getting a bit dry from all this. I'm a bit too excited. I'm having too much fun. This is the level of stupid shit that I live for. Oh my god, up next we have N versus the lip sync assassin of the season, Goro Akechi, pissed off and ready to reclaim his time in the competition. Can N beat the man who won 4 lip syncs? This would also be his 4th win in a lip sync, if so. But can he do it? The song is I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany. I've never heard that song, but one of these two is going to be alone when they're done here. The winner is N beats the lip sync assassin Goro Akechi. N has continued for another week. N is on a killing spree tonight. He is not fucking around. He is here to slay. N is here to prove that he is a queen. He is a dancer. He is a lip syncer. He is a performer. And you are going to put respect on his name. Goro Akechi, sachet away. Next up we have N versus Mary. Mary is gagged at the sight of N. She, by the point in the competition, she did not see N as a lip sync assassin, but to know he's beaten 4 other queens to get here, it has her shaking in her 12-year-old boots. We Break the Dawn by Michelle Williams. This could be Mary's to take, but who's it gonna be? And once again, for the 5th week in a row, Shantae, you stay. N, oh my god, the redemption that N is getting in this alone. His fan base is exploding. His Venmo is getting donations. His Cameo packed. His gigs booked and busy. He is making it in America right now. N versus fan favorite Spampton G Spampton. I've been saying fan favorite a lot, I should stop. Show Me Love by Robin S. Can Spampton stop N's reign of terror? He can't do it. N sends this fucking trash man in the dumpster for 6 lip sync wins in a row. Is N gonna make it back in the competition? He's so close. He only has a few more queens to burn through. So he already is up next in N's reign of terror and slaughter. It's Stronger by Britney Spears. This is a song that is up N's alley. Can So actually beat him. Can So turn it around. Is 6 lip sync wins, so is not looking confident. And once again, Shantae, you stay. For someone that lost his first lip sync, N is on a 7-win streak in the lip sync smackdown for redemption. Does he have a chance of winning the season? Absolutely not. But is this still iconic? Abso-fucking-lutely. The final matchup. Nemesis Sudo versus N. Nemesis gawks at the sight of N, emotion plastered across her face that the contestants haven't seen in a long time in the competition. It's very rare to see someone eliminated so early dominate their way to the top. Sends her with a shock back on one heel. This lip sync song is Physical by Dua Lipa. Now this is a song to finish it up with. Nemesis definitely has the advantage in terms of this particular song, but if N wins this, he has won 8 lip syncs in a row and he will claw his way back into the competition. Will he pull it out and take Nemesis out of the competition? N has beaten Nemesis and N is coming back into the competition. N returns to the cast after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lip sync wins in a row. N has done it. N has returned to the cast. He has beaten the other Komaedas. He has proven that he has the elegance, the grace, the lip sync smackdown supreme. He is not here to fuck around. The track records are updated. Win, loss, loss, win, loss, and everyone losing to the man now returning to the competition, N. With so many lip sync wins, it's a shame they're not maxi challenge wins because this track record is shit, holy god. We're at our top 5 once again. The most likely to be eliminated next is N, right back out the returning Queen's revolving door, but if N can win the next challenge, he'll almost definitely be in the finale. Can he do it? Or will someone else take the win? Sans, Nagito, Joshua, and Monica. He faces top 4 of the competition, the true Queens of Komaeda. Bring in the puppets once more. Monica wins this mini challenge because Nemesis ain't here to beat her. Today's challenge is the remix. Oh no, this is the one that N flopped in episode 1, the poor boy. Sans slays the remix challenge just like he slayed the girl group challenges. Is it even a surprise? He's the Queen of the North, clearly. Monica had a great performance, love that for her. Josh had a good performance, Nagito did bad, and N flopped the challenge. He returns only to be faced with something he's not good at, and flops completely. The poor, poor boy. Bring it to the runway, though it won't matter. N does come back to slay the runway just this once. He said, let's give the girls a treat. Let's show them what they've been missing out on. He comes out in a gorgeous blue gown. He shows them what they could have had if he stuck around for longer. He showed them that he could have been one of the runway queens if he only had more time. His All-Stars ticket is already in the mail. Monica and Josh do great. Sans and Nagito do good. Y'all, I'm shaking. Monica, congratulations, you're the winner of today's challenge. Your runway elevated you over Sans, I suppose. Sans, good job this week, you're safe. The bottom 3, nobody's surprised. Nagito and N, I'm sorry my dears, but you're up for elimination. The man who the competition is named after versus the bitch that just won 8 lip syncs in a row are now lip syncing against one another. The lip sync song is Tears by Clean Banda. N has a great lip sync. Nagito has a good lip sync. It's definitely a lip sync of 2 queens that want to make it to the finale. At the very least, if N is aware of the treatment of the returning queens that end up in the bottom, he knows he probably doesn't have a chance here, but he also wants to give one last good performance so that the world can see he is the lip sync assassin of RuPaul's Drag Race Komaeda edition. Nagito, Komaeda, Shantae, you stay. N, you went from an early out to one of the most iconic queens that this franchise has ever seen, dominating the lip sync SmackDown. It was a blessing to have you in this competition. Now, sashay away once more. The queens in Untucked, Sans, Monica, and Nagito tensions are getting high and they get into a fight. Nagito and Josh have a kiki about who's the hottest boy in the season. It's probably Sans. Monica, Sans, and Josh decided to campaign to send N home because they were not happy about a queen like that coming back so late in the game. They were pissed. They wanted him gone as soon as he came back. Haruko, are you sad that N came back and then immediately left? Is that why you threw something at me? Final relationships that are worth mentioning, I suppose. I am gagged. I am gooped. I am... Good lord. Don't be mad at me, I was rooting for Nemesis. I didn't want this ending either. Going into the top 4... Guys, we're here. We're at the top 4. The queen with the best PPE score right now is none other than Monica. To everyone's surprise, Monica is the frontrunner of the season. With not a single bottom 2 placement, 3 maxi challenge wins. She's the frontrunner. It's looking like it's between... Oh goodness, it's too hard to tell. These queens are all so close together. Monica was not fucking around in the latter half of the competition. She said, oh, y'all think I'm resting on pretty? Let me show you what's resting on pretty. And then in the latter half of the season, she said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. The frontrunner never wins, bad for ratings. Tyra Sanchez would like a word with you. We will proceed to the top 4. The contestants now vote for Miss Congeniality. Spampton G. Spampton votes for Light Yagami. Nemesis votes for Kylo Ren. So he already votes for Kylo Ren. Jack the Ripper votes for Kylo Ren from his prison cell. Bimini was done dirty. Yes, she so was. So votes for Kylo Ren. Jack the Ripper votes for Kylo Ren. Wheatley votes for Nemesis. Joshua votes for Spampton. N votes for Nemesis. Mary votes for So. Goro votes for Jack the Ripper to be Miss Congeniality. Interesting choice, Goro. Interesting choice. 5 votes for So. I can see that. Light votes for So. Monica votes for Nemesis. Nagito votes for N. Sans votes for Nemesis. The winner of Miss Congeniality is Nemesis Sudo, the saltiest, angriest bitch in the season, was voted Miss Congeniality. These bitches saw something kind in Nemesis. And you know what? As someone who knows her story, I can see it. Her true identity is Levia. Levia is actually, of the 4 gods, probably the most decent person. Just because she was the only one that actually admitted, okay, maybe we're a bit arrogant and maybe humans should be left alone to do their own things. Just saying. This kind of makes sense with my French vanilla fantasy right now. I can see Nemesis as Miss Congeniality. Not gonna lie. She is a goddess that understood she wasn't needed, and I appreciate that in a god archetype. Our top 4 will participate in the lip sync SmackDown for the crown. The preliminary rounds will now be decided. Nagito versus Monica and Joshua versus Sans. Okay, everyone, we need to vote now. Who is gonna take the crown in Komaeda's drag race? Who is it gonna be? Nagito, Komaeda, Monica, Joshua, or Sans? Monica is T-posing to assert her dominance, and it has brought her good fortune. Nagito has truly shown us why the competition is named after him. Joshua is looking as smug as ever. He is the only god that made it to the top 4. He's happy. He was saving his power levels until the latter half of the competition, and it worked out. Sans isn't really sure how he got here, but you know what? He's happy to be here, and he's happy to try. He doesn't try often, but he'll try. Let's go. The lip sync song is Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, Nagito, and Monica. Slay the lip sync. Oh my god. This is our first time in the season that two queens have slayed a lip sync. This is what we should get in the top 4, not the shit we've been getting for some of the last seasons. We should be seeing two queens slaying a lip sync. Look at this shit. Monica and Nagito Komaeda getting fucked up to Party in the USA. I want to see that. I would pay to see that. However, this leaves us in an awkward situation, because this means that it's unsure who is going to the finale. Who's going to the final lip sync, Nagito or Monica? Monica has the better track record, but will they pick Nagito anyway? Because it is named after him. Monica, Shantae, you stay, Nagito, sashay away. Oh my goodness. Monica has made it to the final lip sync. Nagito has gone home in 3rd/4th. Nagito Komaeda, the man, the myth, the legend, the man of Komaeda's Drag Race, is out in the final 4. Fuck. But you know what? He delivered. He slayed that final lip sync. He gave us a Party in the USA, and we will never forget the impact of Nagito Komaeda, and I think that's beautiful, that he has allowed a successor to go beyond. Now, as for Joshua versus Sans, Megalovania starts playing in the background. But it doesn't matter, because the song is Born Naked by RuPaul, and Josh slays that lip sync. Sans does great. He tries his best, but he can't keep up with a god. Joshua was hiding his full potential. This time to go all out. Joshua, my goodness. Joshua, Kiryu, Shantae, you stay, Sans, sashay away in 3rd/4th. We've made it, everyone. We're at the final 2. Is this it? Is this the top 2 you saw? Monica and Josh. Is this the top 2 you saw? It is not the top 2 I saw. I didn't see this as the top 2. These two will lip sync for the crown to Call Your Girlfriend by Robin. And they both do good. Could they ever beat Jada Essence Hall's lip sync? No. Here we are. Again, evenly matched. Honestly, I kind of thought Fi would be here too, not gonna lie. Just because she's a good all-rounder. But yeah, Monica and Josh, evenly matched in the very end. It's neck and neck. Who's gonna take the crown? I'm too scared to click. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm sorry, The winner of Komaeda's Drag Race is Monica. Now prance, my queen, because you're a champion. Oh my god. In the end, it really was just Monica. She did it. Monica, the underdog, the queen, nobody expected to make it all this way. Look at this. This is our winners. Just Monica. She started off a mess, barely getting by, but then the girl group came in episode 10, and she was ready. She was ready to fucking do it, and she won, and she won, and she won again, and then she took the crown from Joshua's dead hands. She started at the bottom, and now it's just Monica at the top. This is truly not the season I wanted, not the season I expected, but it's the season I'm glad we got. Everything from Light Yagami going out first, to fucking N being the lip sync assassin with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lip sync wins. Nemesis, Miss Congeniality. Sohiori doing painfully average and leaving. Spampton's slow fall. The rivalries, the drama, all of it. The top 4. This is truly the top 4 that we deserved. Even if Fi didn't make it in the end, the upset of our frontrunner Fi leaving us so early in 11th place was truly a tragedy. But in the end, we had Sans Undertale, Nagito Komaeda, Yoshia Kiryu, and Monica in our top 4, and I think that's beautiful. Oh, Sans is absolutely walking away with brand deals. Production immediately scouted him. The runner-up, honestly, Josh as the runner-up feels right, because I feel like he's not the kind of person that likes winning. He's the kind of person that likes proving that he's better than everyone else. Whether he wins or not is irrelevant to him. He likes to be at the top. Once he was in that final lip sync, I think he was fine. With Sans, unfortunately, he just couldn't make it. He just couldn't beat Joshua. And can you blame him? Joshua is a force of nature. Joshua is a god. There was no way for him to be beaten. Except then Monica did it. The great god was defeated by a character within a video game. What you should take away from this is that the only way to truly win a season of Drag Race is by T-posing the entire time. Look at Monica. Look at her. Tell me that this is not a winner. That this is not a queen that knew she was going to win the moment she stepped in the workroom. I'm absolutely downloading this. I want this recorded. Okay, I'll check Telegram, Leo. What is the... Oh, no. Leo used the AI generator again. Guys, Leo did the AI generator again. Let's put it up on screen, because unfortunately this one is good. Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club winning RuPaul's Drag Race, dancing on stage as confetti falls and everyone cheers. You know what? She deserves it. She deserves this. This is what she deserves. Monica's been through a lot in life. She deserves this win. I think Josh thought so too. I think that's why he let it happen. Because he could have gone all out. But he didn't. He let it happen. I respect that. He knew when to bow out. He knew that someone else needed this win more than him. I don't even like Josh that much. I don't know why I'm hyping him up so much. I'm being a producer. Honestly, with all the drama Nemesis got into this season, the fact that she is the Miss Cuckoo is absolutely insane to me. But I guess it just shows that there's something more important in being congenial than just being nice to people. What matters is respecting your competition. It is doing your best every week. It is showing that you care for your sisters on a level that is respectful, is understanding, is empathetic. And Nemesis embodies that to a T, even if she is a complete salty bitch. And I think the other contestants could see that. Mary's redemption arc that lasted a whole 2 episodes was truly iconic. It is a shame she was lost. The way Goro Akechi was looking like the lip sync assassin with 4 lip sync wins, and then N decided, actually, let me just post up right now. Let me just get right in on here. I love that for him. I really do. I feel invigorated by this. I feel like Sunday, the disaster stream, never happened. We truly were served today. The gays were fed. We deserved this. This was a true season of Drag Race that RuPaul is just too scared to give us. You can send tips to PayPal. Thank you all for joining me in my exploration of RuPaul's Drag Race Komaeda edition. I hope you have had fun. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I hope you have loved your time here. Exclamation point tops. Best mistype ever. Thank you all for this. Tip for Monica, it would be 100 if Jack won. I don't think... I'm happy that Jack didn't last too long because I add the celebrity guests as a joke, and I would feel weird if they actually won anything. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I'm Biazra. I hope you've had great fun. Love you all. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, subscribe, follow, like, subscribe, smash that like button. Follow, subscribe, share, subscribe. Join us next week for none of this. Join us tomorrow for Master Duel. Join us Friday for Metal Gear, I think. Join us Sunday for Platinum. Join us never if you're a bitch. Just kidding, I love you anyway. Thank you for coming. Right, we should raid someone. I forgot about that. I was fully gonna quit there. Give me a raid target, Sparkplug. Let's do a raid. Let's shit on someone's face with a massive raid. Let's get twisted. Erokita. Let's get a little raid message going. Oh god. Oh, that's cursed. Oh no. Wait a minute, hold on. There was almost a tragedy, but we solved it. Do y'all mind? Where are my emotes, for God's sake? Something weird's happened to my emotes real quick. There we are. Do y'all fucking mind? There's your fucking raid message. If they'll drop... Oh, stop throwing shit at me. Where's the raid button? They've made it harder to find. There you go. Sparky, can you type in chat who that was? Actually, never mind. I'll just scroll up. You seem busy. Aerokita. Aragami, 7 viewers. Okay, someone that, like... Ooh, I love that avatar. Okay, guys, thank you for coming. Love you all. Kisses, hearts, bye-bye. Let's get raiding. We are going to invade this person's personal space and make them feel uncomfortable. See yous next time. Maybe.